Welcome to Trash Talk. I'm Lane.
I'm Dave.
I'm Tony.
I'm Chase.
It was great.
That's John.
Hello, I'm John.
Little John.
And this is going to be a short podcast, huh?
We've just started a little late. I thought
An
we were gonna
hour
go
and
long.
15 minutes late.
Yeah. Well, we don't start at 6. We're an hour late. We're getting better next week. Technical difficulties.
It's hard to calm down with that.
As everyone knows,
It's literally the point of it.
the show will go on, though. The show goes on.
All right, let's jump into something fun then.
Yeah.
I want to play Guess That State True Crime Edition.
Okay.
I'll give you hints for the state.
Don't forget to use the
Don't
microphone.
Look.
Use the microphone.
I didn't know Chase could read.
What is this?
That's not risky. You might have learned.
Barely.
He really can't.
All right. Amish family goes to Walmart, returns to find horse and buggy stolen.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it seems straight
Nebraska.
Missouri.
Kansas.
You guys are, relatively speaking, in the right geographic area if I was to split the U.S. into thirds.
The Dutch.
Ohio.
Pennsylvania Dutch. No, it's Dutch.
Kentucky.
All right, easy, Drew Carey.
Kentucky.
Carry.
The Drew Carey Show.
It's more
Yeah.
northern. They won a national championship.
What's up?
Oh, Michigan?
Yeah,
Damn.
Michigan.
I didn't know they had a big...
Amish
Amish?
family in Sturgis,
Well,
Michigan.
they could have been Mennonites.
True.
Well, what happened?
Got their horse and buggy stolen.
Yeah, so they had their horse and buggy stolen after shopping. Luckily, a truck driver parked in the store's parking lot witnessed the theft and a description of a female suspect. Later that evening, police recovered the horse unharmed and buggy, arrested a 31-year-old woman at a nearby motel. Quote, "I don't know why she did it." Sergeant Aaron Moore, that was so descriptive.
Should have
The
just locked it
Sturgis
up on the
police.
bike rack.
"I've never had an Amish horse and buggy stolen in my 20 years as an officer," he added. The unidentified woman faces charges of larceny and larceny of livestock. So I think they would have mentioned if she was on drugs or alcohol.
Is that Grand
Theft Equine?
Horse? I don't know.
Use the microphone.
Probably. I mean, it depends on the value.
Grand
of the
Theft
horse.
Equestrian.
Use the microphone.
Grand Horse Auto?
I think.
Wait, there's no auto in it.
Grand Theft Horse?
Do they have the,
I just realized that.
what he was trying to say?
I couldn't
Yeah.
get it right.
I was getting there. I figured.
So do the
I was with
cops
you.
have to chase him down on horse,
Is it like high speed?
You can only catch a horse with a horse. That's
They like
Yeah.
pit maneuver it?
or do they they ride a bison?
maneuver a horse.
I think they found him out in a field chewing on a piece of hay.
So was it other Amish that stole it? Because who knows how to drive a horse and buggy?
You think they would just say
It
that
can't
in
be
the
that
story.
complicated.
No.
It's a fucking
I don't think
horse.
they have inner Amish crime,
Well,
really.
do you think what's the thing called where they get
please.
they
Well,
get
they
to go
don't
in
report it
town
anyways.
when they're 16
Watch
or
on Netflix.
something?
There's a
Rumspringa.
whole show
Rumspringa?
on it. There's some violent fuckers.
Oh,
Yeah, especially
Amish?
during the Rumspringa.
No, that's not.
There's like an Amish mafia
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't know.
sure.
But
Scary.
when they do the Rumspringa,
Slingshots and shit.
they
It's
take
fucking-
they start smoking meth and
Oh,
doing
yeah.
all this shit.
No, I
Well,
think
it's
that's
because-
just when they turn that age, they can go in and decide
Yeah.
if they want to stay in the Amish.
Yeah, it's the
Like
Rumspringa.
18 or
Or
something.
go-
Rumspringa, 16.
Yeah.
Whoa!
And
Fucking-
a lot of them go back because it's like family, you know, but
Yeah.
some of
Yeah,
them
and if
just
they
start doing
because
drugs.
if they choose not to go back, they're shunned
So
by everybody
that's-
they've ever known.
My thought is some kid that was on his Rumspringa
Oh.
because he knows how to drive the horse and buggy. He's
It's a
like, I've always wanted
31-year-old woman.
Yeah, it said it was some woman was
She's on a
arrested
really long
for it.
Rumspringa.
that
It goes
got
on as
caught?
long as you
Yeah,
want.
it's indefinite. So.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
until you come back.
Wow.
Who is the owner of the horse? Ishmael?
You can't
Ishmael?
own a horse, man.
I don't know. I
You
forgot.
can't own.
I'm pretty sure you can.
Horses are property.
Horses
You just
own
can't own the
nothing.
water. You can own the horse.
No one owns the
Can't say
water.
that.
It's God's water.
Snosberry tastes like snow.
Man, I don't know. I'm not gonna stand for horse rights now. Horses are people. That way I can marry
They're
them.
definitely not people, though. You can't
Can I marry my horse?
You cannot marry your horse.
Then I gotta make them.
Bullshit.
Right.
Well,
people
maybe you
marry
can in Alabama or
dolls
something.
and
I don't
shit.
know.
We got another one now, all right?
Okay.
Tony's got 1
We're
point.
guessing.
The rest of you suck.
Fuck you. God, you suck.
Guy got really upset by unsliced Subway sandwich.
Nebraska.
Florida.
Yes.
We can get a guess.
Yeah, so I guess
You
he
have to
threw
go
a-
in order.
A huge fucking fit and made a big scene in Martin County.
What happened? Did he
Wait.
order a 6-inch and got a 4-inch?
No, he got a foot long.
that's
They
still a
didn't
good
cut it in
time.
half. He freaked out. He didn't cut his sandwich in half.
okay.
I was waiting
Honestly,
for you
that-
on that, but
that
you
is
was like,
kinda
oh, like 4
awkward.
inches is.
That's kind of awkward though to like if you have to, really get both hands on that sandwich.
Why do you have to?
How do you eat a sandwich, man?
I don't stroke it.
Oh, no, this is me taking bites.
I don't have to deep
Okay, I just thought you were.
Yeah, but your mouth's not moving at all.
So I don't.
Deep
You can probably look it up. I don't know what state it's in, so I'm not ruining it. But did you see that old man that flipped his shit at Taco Bell because he reheated the Taco Bell wrappers in his microwave and it fucked up his microwave? So he went back to Taco Bell, got mad at the Taco Bell employees for not telling him to microwave the shit.
Wow.
I don't know what state that was in, but holy shit! Yeah, he was mad.
Wait, I
Started
think
husking
I've-
all their shit.
I think
This
I've
guy did a
microwave
Peyton
wrappers.
Manning and fucking hurled
No,
the
well, they've got
sandwich at the
foil
girl
wrappers.
making the
Oh, the
sandwich.
foil ones.
Yeah, it's like
Region,
the
it's
whatever. Huh?
Taco Bell?
Some of their like specialty
I
stuff
think it's
has
like
those
the
foil burritos.
Chalupa.
Yeah, and so this old man, I guess, took them home and wanted to reheat them, so he threw them in the microwave. And it was the foil wrappers.
Yeah, I did that to the
Well, that's
Arby's
his own
once.
fucking fault.
Well,
He
yeah,
should know.
but no, that's what I'm saying. There's a video of him at Taco Bell
Well, what's-
freaking out on them because they
crazy
didn't
is
tell
this-
him not to.
As soon as you start sparking, fucking stop the microwave. What the fuck? Like, I've done that with the Arby's wrapper.
But people put it in and walk away. I walk away from a
Yeah,
microwave.
but as the second you hit go, it's gonna go start.
What
zapping.
side of the story were you on with the old lady that got the hot coffee from McDonald's and burnt her crotch and made like $80 million or whatever the hell it
What
was?
about the Redbull guy?
What do you mean? What side?
I'm on-
Back in the 90s.
I'm
it was
on-
a huge
I'm on-
That's
Yeah.
the big famous
Yeah, I'm
one.
on her side
Yeah.
because that coffee was.
Wait a minute.
Way, way, way.
You have a
way,
microwave
way, way
that says
too bad.
"go" on it?
Yeah.
It's usually like 30 seconds.
What? It just says go?
Yeah.
Bullshit. It says "start."
It's two buttons.
Same
Go,
thing.
It
stop.
says 30 seconds.
Same things. Words are the same things.
No, th're not.
Is it
Oh,
made in
no, they're
China?
not. Why don't
Is
we
it
just
China?
revisit last week, you piece
China.
of shit?
We're not talking about
His
words.
microwave says "go."
We're not talking about words
That
here.
means
We're talking
start.
about
True
Foil-
crime.
foil wrappers.
Microwaves.
Where was the Taco Bell one at?
Iowa.
I don't know.
Did we look it up? No.
Kentucky.
I figured he would while I was telling him, but
We were talking
He was
about
enjoying
one
the
and you
story.
changed the subject, so I wasn't ready.
Taco
What is this, Taco Bell, and what,
Yeah,
what do you do?
microwave
angry
wrapper.
man, angry old man at Taco Bell. Like I don't. It's,
Uh,
yeah, it's
microwave
pretty recent.
wrapper. You have to-
Yeah, microwave wrapper.
Sues for...
There's going to be
Not
so
a
many
person.
He
stories.
didn't
about-
sue. He just got mad and threw the shit at him.
Wrapper.
Started throwing all the food back at the employees.
Taco Bell customer takes out rage on employee.
There's probably
Sounds
That
thousands.
sexy.
just happened.
Yeah, it happens
What,
all
what
the time.
state's that in?
Can you microwave a Taco Bell wrapper?
Metallic containers, including Taco Bell's aluminum foil wrappers, are notorious for starting fires inside of microwaves.
Can't
don't-
find out what state it was. Probably not. That's
Apparently,
okay.
it sounds like it happens too much. It
Yeah.
happens a lot.
I've microwaved.
What worries me is that
No,
you said
actually-
that
Remember when
once
you-
the sparks start,
never
you
thought.
stop. Have you
Yeah.
ever microwaved something to the point where it started sparking?
But have you ever mic'd? Yes, on purpose.
No.
You've
One
never
time
done.
I
You
did as
never.
a kid.
Remember when we
Why
put
are
light
they
bulbs in the
best?
microwave?
Yeah, you
Fucking
put
light bulbs?
Dude, it's
Oh,
cool
yeah.
as fuck.
I've never done
I mean,
that.
it ruins the light bulb.
I would imagine.
It,
So,
But
yeah.
it glows like blue.
It
Damn.
lights up the whole fucking. We'd like turn off the fucking lights and then like
Or McDonald's.
press
like that?
go. and it would just light up the whole room, and then the light.
No, I never really had
But you
that
gotta, like,
experiment with
Yeah,
sticking
it,
shit in a
it
microwave
will
thing.
definitely explode.
You want to do it here?
He's got a microwave.
No, but like, so it'll ruin the microwave?
No.
The light bulb, or just the light bulb will get
If it
ruined?
explodes.
Well, yeah, I
The
imagine.
light.
but-
I mean, you pull like get like 5 seconds maybe, and then you pull it out.
yeah, yeah. I don't think we've ever gone longer than that.
Okay,
No.
I have a location. All right, for the Taco Bell wrapper slap.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
I don't know where it was, but I will exceed. Like,
Texas.
I will pull out. I don't even want to guess because I
Arkansas.
brought up the story. So
Nope.
What was the... I didn't even hear the
The
story.
Taco Bell story.
Where do you think it is? So I have a
Oh.
location.
Angry white people, I'm guessing, so it makes me think south more.
Everywhere.
Boston.
Well, Tennessee.
No. Carly, you playing?
United States.
You playing?
What?
What state was this in?
Just guess the state.
guess the old.
Like the Taco Bell?
Yeah.
It's not that same
Fucking
story.
don't look at it.
California.
Look it up.
New York.
Oh.
What? It says that
Well,
on there?
You
All
cheated
right.
by reading.
No, I knew that.
Where's it say it on there? Where's it say New York?
Yeah, nothing on here says New York.
That's horseshit.
Have you ever put a glow stick in a
Except
microwave?
for that one.
No, I've seen the results of it.
The video.
She's got the answer.
I've seen a video where it blows up
Yeah.
on the kid and the guy yells at his dad yells at him.
As he's burning.
But that was
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's
Did it,
just
like,
a
get in his
normal
eye and
burn. I think
shit?
it's a kind of a
Dude,
because
that's
it's like
chemical.
oil and chemical or something in it, and it like just keeps burning.
I remember I was at this festival and I was just on drugs and watched these people like pouring glow sticks on themselves and shit. And I was like, what the fuck is
not
wrong with these
sanitary.
people? But it was quite entertaining.
Oh, I
I'll
bet.
watch it. I'll
You
watch
said
it.
someone put a glow stick in them?
Dude, they were breaking them up all over and just dumping on themselves and shit.
What is that shit anyways?
Chemicals.
Yeah.
All right, I got another funny crime story. TSA. Man blamed his loaded diaper on his girlfriend at the airport. So when they were doing a pat down or something, he filled his britches and blamed it on his girlfriend.
That she hadn't cleaned him.
Let me read it real fast.
Mississippi.
And we're guessing the
It
state.
starts off, it was a loaded diaper, but not like you would think. So security officers found 17 bullets concealed inside of a disposable baby diaper Wednesday at the airport. Transportation Security Administration said officers pulled the otherwise clean diaper from the passenger's carry-on bag after it triggered an alarm in the x-ray machine at the airport.
So he was
So he was trying to
Yeah.
smuggle
The
bullets and then a
The passenger
diaper.
initially claimed he didn't know the bullet-filled diaper, how it ended up in his bag. Later, he suggested his girlfriend put it there.
Why are they trying to smuggle?
The passenger is a man from Arkansas, but that's not where this has happened, who was ticketed for a flight to Chicago's Midway Airport.
So, whoa.
They didn't disclose his name.
He didn't get arrested,
So are we guessing the state?
Yeah.
did he?
Missouri.
California, if they're gonna get, you're gonna get in trouble with ammo. No,
No, it's
wait.
Kentucky.
Why the fuck would you take ammo onto a plane?
Is he reading?
Exactly.
What U.S. anywhere can you not buy ammunition? That's what I'm really confused.
Utah.
So is it
Oh,
an
you can buy
American
ammunition
state?
in Utah, just not alcohol.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if it's a Canadian or something. A Canadian state.
California.
I said California.
It's called name that or guess that state.
Yeah, Ontario.
John.
Ontario.
That's the rules of the game. It's that
Oregon.
simple.
Province.
Nobody's got it.
Illinois.
Johnny, give me a hint.
Yeah, sure.
He's, I think, the closest.
Yeah, Illinois.
Texas.
It was Ohio next to Illinois.
No, just more east.
There's Iowa.
No, I'm pretty sure Ohio just gives you ammunition as you show up.
I think so.
Yeah, they don't
Washington.
That's not even
More east.
Oh, east.
Say Oregon.
Like
Sorry, I
Maine
thought
or
you
some
said
shit, but what would
Well, you said Illinois.
South Carolina,
He's
North
closest
Carolina,
so far.
what
Tony's
would somebody down there be
Carolina.
doing way up there? Connecticut?
West Virginia,
I'll give you a
East
hint. We've
Virginia.
already discussed this state
Huh?
once.
Pennsylvania,
Oh.
New York.
Yes.
Yeah, but there you go.
Ah!
Two
Yeah,
New
all right.
Yorks in a row.
Oh, that's not close to Illinois.
That's two.
I said he was the closest. You were
I
all
was trying to
naming
look
like north, south, or
I was trying to
east,
look at the
or
map in
west
my head.
places.
I feel like I'm pretty good at knowing the states, like the map. I think I could write them all in. So yeah, I could.
I can say all 50 states in 1 second. You want to hear
No,
it?
All 50 states.
All right, here's a fun
one
one.
second.
I think you missed.
I just did.
Idaho.
All 50 states.
Woman busted for the most Krispy
Oh,
Kreme
fuck you,
crimes.
Tony. God damn it, Tony.
Ooh, this
A
sounds
28-year-old allegedly stole a van filled with $10,000 worth of donuts.
Fuck, that's a lot of donuts.
Okay, so this don't look great.
Oh, no.
He saw it.
This is a country.
I got it.
It's obviously not going to be the U.S.
Council Bluffs.
How is Krispy Kreme not US?
What? It's
Oh,
a country.
Now, were they donuts or churros? Because that makes a difference.
Oh, we went
Krispy
international
Kreme
with
donuts,
Prime
that
Day?
was literally the headline.
Well, I didn't hear.
Italy.
Canada? What country? Canada. Province.
Think of countries that would have a Krispy Kreme. You have
Germany.
You've said countries that would probably have a Krispy
Russia.
Kreme, but you haven't named
Mexico.
Krispy Kreme, obviously.
Italy.
Guatemala.
Cambodia.
South Africa.
Mexico.
I could give you such an easy.
Australia.
Hint. Yes.
Yeah, mate.
Krispy Kreme in Australia.
That's two
Good night,
in a
mate.
row.
Put another Krispy Kreme in the Bobby.
Or 2000.
It's a crime you just can't sugarcoat.
Oh, fuck. Jesus.
Paper reports the driver of a delivery van carrying 10,000 Krispy Kreme donuts stopped at a 7-Eleven service station in Carlington Ford outside of Sydney in the middle of the night. While the vehicle was unoccupied, a woman spotted the surveillance footage hovering around the gas pumps and took the opportunity to jump in the van and speed away. They
Okay.
obviously busted her.
I think the next
She was
segment-
arrested on a case Thursday. A suspect charged with vehicle theft and driving while disqualified was refused bail. That must be an Australian legal term. Driving while disqualified.
Interesting.
Well, they
Probably means
have
you don't have a
the
license.
Friday.
So I would imagine.
BBC reports
Yeah.
that the vehicle was found abandoned.
So suspended or whatever.
All right, I think next time we need
Oh.
to switch it up.
With the
And we need
donuts
to
on
read
there?
one of those beautiful
Oh, wait a
headlines
second.
and guess what the crime
Here's a
is.
fun update.
The Chiefs.
No, to the story we're talking about.
Kansas City.
They found the vehicle abandoned in a parking lot, and Carly pointed out that it was still filled with donuts.
Oh, what the hell was the point?
Yeah, but
Just to
that's a lot
cruise
of
around
donuts.
town with a donut mobile,
You
probably
eat
eating.
a dozen donuts and be done eating donuts.
There
for
was
the day.
9,999
Did they
donuts
count
left.
all of them?
She also got charged with theft of donut.
Did he not get away with one box and they just didn't notice? Because at least for your troubles, take,
At least
take
get
a dozen.
Get some buddies.
She probably couldn't move it. She was like, "This is too hot,
Oh,
too heavy."
Too sticky.
They tracked her down to pawn shops.
Damn donuts. You're moving a lot of weight these days. I want some fucking donuts. God damn it.
I got one I just read here. Does anybody have the Nextdoor app?
I've heard of it.
I just read one and it said this lady, she said, "Where can I get my daughter's hamster cremated?"
Take it to the vet and they'll do it for you.
It's a fucking
Hamster. Stick it in the oven.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
know.
say,
Stick it in the oven.
Put it in a
toaster.
Put it in a microwave and push
Fireplace?
Tony, you'd appreciate this one, Tony.
Blow it up.
When I was a kid,
So
I
what
had a-
state is that? Are we guessing?
I'm not even trying to be mean. Like, literally, take a fireplace, just burn it up
It's a
yourself.
neighborhood
Right,
app,
so-
so it's
No,
right down the street somewhere.
So you'd appreciate this. So when I was in high school, I had a rat. The rat died. I was really into, at the time, still Viking metal. So I was, and also I'm very Northern European. I go, I'm going to give my rat a Viking funeral. And so I built this fire, and I put this rat in this fire, and I'm sitting there all sad. I'm like,
You ate it.
it smells so good.
Who's cooking?
It smelled really good. It was a big fat rat, too. I was like,
Chicken.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
I was sitting there like, oh, fuck. So I put made a lot bigger fire just to get
Wait, so did you?
Oh, boy.
Was it like a little, whatever it's called, mound? Not mound, but you know what I mean, like
pyre.
pyre. Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah, obviously wasn't big enough.
Well, but it was like his size or whatever.
Yeah, it was rat size. Yeah,
Okay.
pet
Is it a
size.
white rat?
Is that white and black?
What was his name?
I had a white rat too.
Stogie.
Stogie. I remember when I buried my iguana.
Pour a little out for Stogie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I would have. I wish I would have burned him. Now.
Rats are awesome. What does it
I
smell?
wish I'd have burned him.
Psycho.
A little stick in him.
Not like that.
Over a fucking open fire.
Of course, I didn't.
Chase and I roasted a rabbit that way.
All right, that makes sense.
All right,
that
so
was gross.
here's another international story.
A what?
This tastes like rabbit.
Another international story.
All right.
500 pounds stuffed polar bear stolen. Authorities are asking the public to keep an eye out. They haven't even found the person yet. So they describe it as, it was at a lake resort here recently, and the security patrols at the hotel were canceled. So an opportunistic group of thieves broke in and stole a 500-pound, 12-foot-tall stuffed polar bear. The funny part, though, is nobody noticed it was missing for a few days. It'd been there so long, I felt like he would have always be there, was a quote. He was mounted to a platform on the second floor of the Edmonton area hotel.
Edmonton, Canada.
Yeah, I just fucked up.
Thanks.
It's Canada.
Dumbass.
Alberta.
They also
What?
stole 2 fucking raccoons. Stuffed. It totals $26,000 in value.
Jesus.
Was it the only stuffed things they had?
I'm guessing not. But.
Yeah, I would imagine a stuffed polar bear is gonna be pretty fucking pricey.
And if you got stuffed raccoons, you probably got other fucking stuffed things too.
Yeah,
Well, that's why I was
just
wondering if it was like a
taxidermy
PETA thing, because I know they really hate.
shit. Taxidermy.
What's
And-
what's
and
the one called out
people-
west? Ollie's, off the interstate.
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about?
What?
It's like it's in Nebraska. It's like right before Colorado. There's like this diner that has like all these fucking animals stuffed. And like,
Oh,
there's a polar
yeah,
bear
I don't
right
know
at
what
the
it is,
beginning.
but I've heard of it. Yeah.
Derek's
Well,
been there. Didn't we go there one time?
After the Niobrara?
Yeah, I feel like.
Well, we
Well,
still-
no,
no,
it wouldn't have been
no.
Niobrara. I think we were going to Colorado.
Oh, the restaurant. Yes. Yeah, I know what you're talking
What
about.
a lovely
What was the
restaurant
name
of
of it?
death.
I think it's Ollie's. Yeah,
Ollie's?
basically. Yeah.
I ask you this all the time. All the time.
All the time.
Oh, I'm surprised I remember it. I've been there a lot as a kid.
Yeah, I can imagine that being terrifying. Somewhat.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, on to our next story. Cannabis paranoid. Woman stabs man 108 times and
Oh.
only got probation
I
because she
saw the
was
headline,
under
but-
cannabis-induced psychosis.
I remember.
It's a new thing they're saying that's happening now amongst the youth.
The goddamn youth and their cannabis.
Reefer madness. is
And she
making a
stabbed
comeback.
herself twice in the neck.
Yeah, she's clearly that weed is not the problem.
How
here.
high was she?
She's a 33-year-old. Stabbed a man she was dating more than 100 times during a cannabis-induced psychotic episode and has brought national
Speaking
attention.
of cannabis,
It's
did you ever
rare,
episode?
rare yet increasingly common. Yeah, rare and common. It's rare, but common.
And she said increasingly. Now.
You know, he was kind of short, tallish, had
It's
darkish
rare.
lightish hair.
Yeah.
Is it dying?
So her name was Spectre.
What?
Yeah, the weed was the problem.
Spectre, who was a novice marijuana user, was smoking from a 26-year-old Chad O'Malley's bong in 2018. So I think all this court stuff just wrapped up recently. When she was caught in a coughing fit and began to hallucinate. That's what she says. She said she thought she was dead and heard voices of paramedics trying to save her. The voices then told her she had to kill O'Malley and bring herself back to life. She stabbed him with 2 large knives 108 times for stabbing herself in the neck. Blood tests found
Yeah,
no
that's
other
not weed.
intoxicating substances in her system aside from THC.
So is he dead?
Yeah, that's why she did the first thing I said
He
on
got
the net.
stabbed 80 times.
108.
100.
No, he's alive. He's doing fine.
And then she was like, I don't like even numbers, and stabbed herself in the neck.
Yeah, that'd be 10 though. 110, not 100. Anyway, so we're saying she's single.
So it said, yeah, if you want to go visit her in jail. Evidence of
I'd
cannabis
say her schedule's opening
induced
up.
psychosis was so clear that the prosecution's medical expert agreed with the defense's experts about Spectre's fit. Called a fit. Murder rampage. Which led her murder charge to be reduced to involuntary manslaughter. Last week, she was sentenced to 2 years probation, meaning no prison time, and 100 hours of community service focused on raising awareness about the effects of cannabis-induced psychosis. So she's going to be coming to a grade school near you.
Yeah, sounds like she's a
More
real
bullshit.
Hero. Real hero, that one.
Iowa.
Oh, Florida.
Oh
Let me see here.
shit. Utah. What are the odds on Utah? Because that's Mormon.
Let's say she was novice.
My mic's at the bottom of the.
I'm not seeing where this happened at.
We wanted Chase to get the beers.
I already peed 3 times. Good call. Good call. Good journey.
Does that new roadcaster have a cough button? That would be dope.
Top one, yeah.
It's California.
Really?
This happened in Cali.
Really? That's. Huh.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah, it is legal there.
Yeah,
That's gonna suck now.
Weren't they like the second one after Colorado, I think?
Weren't they the first? I assume they were the first.
I think they had the first to have medical. I think Colorado was the
okay.
first to do recreational. That's how it went down.
Sure. Spokesperson for the anti-weed movement now. Although to be fair, she didn't kill herself. I guess she could have killed herself.
She tried.
But
She probably did try. I was like, ow, that hurts.
Anybody
Oh, I'll do
else
it
see
again.
anything
Ah, that
about-
fucking hurts.
she was too high and missed. Like, how?
Yeah.
Yeah?
See, there's something going on there because there's no way.
No,
if
I
you're
don't
that
even,
high,
sorry,
you are
no.
not stabbing somebody 108 times. That's a
I'm
lot
good.
of effort for being that,
That could
high.
be a made-up
Yeah.
story just to
Like that is something. There's not. That's not
for
just weed.
weed.
Yeah.
Yeah, even after
And
just
that
like
Charlie's a
20.
paraplegic.
if
After
you,
like 25, you're like, all right, that's enough. Like, fuck. I don't
Think of
care.
how long that takes. Like how long that would feel to someone high too.
What, to stab someone?
To
That's a
stab
lot of
someone
energy,
108
too.
times.
A lot of
I've been stabbing you
Yeah,
forever.
but you'd be dead.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's like that fucking Austin Powers. Why won't you die?
I'm still alive. Just badly
I mean, honestly
burned.
though, how long do you think?
We're gonna get you.
How long do you think he did live? Through 40?
5 stabs, probably.
The first two have started letting letting the blood out, and then that is just gravy on the top.
Well, yeah, I
would
mean,
think you wouldn't even
kind of
make
depends on where
10.
she focused the stabs. I didn't
Yeah.
really hear specifically where they were.
Cock and balls.
All over, I'm guessing, but probably a lot in the chest and neck.
Well, you'd start to run out of space. You turn into a beat like mincemeat.
Yeah, how do they tell it's 108 at that point? Unless she was like stabbing his hand and his
Stabbing
wrist. and-
She's counting out loud, and they found her.
108 is a
You gonna
sacred
hit that
number.
goddamn thing or what?
Well, it should be.
It's in the Bible.
108 times?
Yeah.
All right, here's a fun story.
Would you hit that fucking thing, please?
That wasn't a fun story.
So
that
she's
was kind of fun.
She's single?
Where is she? So that's California?
That definitely sounds like an ex-girlfriend of mine.
I,
Or somebody could have been.
a friend and
Sounds like she's single too.
I mean, I got shot at. That was close enough.
I had a buddy who, lead singer of one of old bands of mine. His girlfriend stabbed him, I think, a quarter inch from the heart, like over a PlayStation.
With what?
a knife,
Okay.
a big fucking
I don't know.
knife. It's fucking terrifying. Too.
Speaking of practicing great judgment, Las Vegas judge in hot water after posting hot tub pic with public defenders.
I don't see it.
On the post, it says, let me find the right one here. So, this judge was in a hot tub with some public defenders, and it says Robson, the male public defender, is surrounded by great tits.
I mean, were they?
Wait, the judge and the
You be
public
the judge for
defenders?
yourself.
So let's
Let's see these
Let's see
tits.
these tits.
Is this the hearsay
Yeah,
one?
about great.
Is this the hearsay?
I would say they are tits.
Tits.
Hard to tell though. They're all bundled up.
What's
You
it going
talking
to
about
be,
his
Derek?
tits or theirs?
The tits on the right are attached to a very large woman.
It could be like a tin of biscuits. I mean, you
Tits
take that thing off.
Or
and-
destiny?
Did you say a tin of biscuits?
Yeah.
Because like you can
never
see
know.
when
They're
that
all
cleavage
kinda-
goes that with all his boobs like doing that, it's like okay, there's a lot of mass going on.
Who took the picture? Was that a selfie? Didn't look like his arm was out.
It was her. She had a couple things that pissed people off with social media posts.
Do you think they were doing drugs too?
I hope so.
Well, and I think one of the ones that pissed people off was she posted some picture of herself going to, I don't know, like a Taylor Swift concert or some shit like that, and said, "Oh, it's 10:45, and they're not even going to be on stage for another half hour, and I have to do some court thing at 8:30 in the morning."
She's
Okay.
just like an idiot.
Living the great life or something like that.
Wow. Well, they're
Well, actually, I think it
idiots.
has something to do with
So-
like parents feuding over kids, and her hashtag was like, "We should just fucking end dad's fucking trying to hang out with kids" or something. I don't know what the hell it was.
Did we guess the state?
I
Missouri.
said it right away.
Oh.
Maryland.
That sounds like Nebraska.
Well, nobody picked up on it.
Yeah, I could have missed it.
Arizona.
Hint, it's where the Super Bowl's at.
Kansas.
Vegas.
Texas.
Like
Vegas. I
Nevada.
heard
That's
that.
the state.
Oh,
Ooh.
Chase got one finally.
Got me.
Sniped it.
He saw it too, probably. Did they get fired?
He said Las Vegas.
He
Did
did-
they
he
get
did say
fired?
he
He
came
probably
back.
took the fucking picture.
Literally, the headline was Las Vegas judge in hot water.
Those are.
He was
Did
there
they get
to-
fired?
You're busted, bitch.
Right?
Well, let me read through it here real fast. I think there was like a petition or something going around and they're collecting signatures to get her removed.
Oh yeah, okay. So judges are voted in, so maybe he can't be fired even.
Yeah, so, undermine public confidence. This was all filed first time September 21st when she did the thing was like, oh, I have court at 8:30.
Yeah, but
out late.
if you could probably only be removed by other judges, and the judges were probably the ones taking the pictures.
Here's what she wrote on that thing. At 10:46 p.m., Judge Ballou posted on Instagram, "Life is still beautiful despite the fact that Billie Eilish doesn't start for another 30 minutes. I have an 8:30 calendar tomorrow."
Oh. But knew what she was doing.
Hashtag vacate the shit out of custody cases.
I mean, just judge living her best life.
Yeah, she was having a little.
They
fun.
violated 3 different canons that were basically like you're ruining trust in the judicial system.
Yeah.
Hey, even though that's just in Nevada, it's probably everywhere.
Yeah.
You died.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just the ones that are so dumb they got caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sad though. to think about
Any other
it.
news stories?
I feel like that's only half the topics Derek had lined up.
Oh yeah, I got a lot more.
He's trying to avoid talking about the Super Bowl.
Why? You
Well,
think he'd be all excited
I have-
about it?
No,
Is this
you want to
more
talk
news?
about the Super Bowl? That was next week's episode. Will we have? Well, hey, you're a Niner fan too.
Tony's here, so
No, we're gonna have back-to-back weeks. Okay, I'm ready.
No, come on.
No, go through the topics.
Yeah, yeah.
first.
Oh, when is Super Bowl? Is that next? Is that this
All right.
Sunday?
Next week.
Paige VanZant cut her hair.
Paige cut her hair?
No,
fuck?
Paige
Paige
VanZant cut her hair.
Paige VanZant?
Yeah, play on words.
Well, that's why I'm like, did she cut her hair?
So, former UFC star Paige VanZant reveals why she turned down $50,000 OnlyFans request. So, reading through the story earlier, somebody offered $50,000 for her to give herself that shaved back of the head bob cut look, and she was going to do it, but there was a stipulation that she had to send that fan the hair.
Sounds about right. I mean, to be fair, if somebody's willing to pay you 50 grand to give you that haircut, they're crazy enough to want the hair.
This is the most stupid shirt I've ever seen.
You should read the back.
Just say fuck you,
It
D.
says fuck you, yes.
Just that you went through the
I
effort.
hope I fucking got it.
You wanna see
Fucking
it?
moving fast.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Just take it off, Chase.
Yeah, take it all up.
My kids made it.
She sucked balls
That's the part you need to take a picture of.
Yes.
with a pair of balls. Hairy balls.
Oh,
Hold on.
fuck. Oh, come on.
It's not the fastest thing. Don't move.
Hold.
Get closer to
This is my
his
water.
face. Like teabag him.
Yeah.
Damn it! You guys fucking also move too fast.
Oh.
Just use your phone.
Hold on.
Just use your phone.
No,
Is that a
that's not over,
GoPro?
man.
They're helping. You just need to snap a picture, man.
I got it. It's just not as fast as a phone is.
So use your phone. Oh my god. All right.
It's a great picture.
Excellent picture.
No, I want a picture of it. Put your balls on his face again. See, look at that. I take a bunch of pictures, Lane.
I know
They
you
can
can.
move anytime they
I
want.
know you can.
Wow, I didn't. Oh, okay.
I got a GoPro. What do you use that?
Picture
Okay.
that. I want him in his mouth.
That's not going very
When was the
well.
last time you used your camera?
Fuck. Long time.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
It's sad.
That's why, like, I've just like packed my 60D away, dude. I'm not even use it anymore. You know, like GoPros is what I carry,
Yeah.
if anything. Bust it out. Start filming. Start recording something.
Well, now that we're not in a fucking... The Oma Dome broke and we're not in a fucking giant igloo anymore, I can get out and about. Start using my camera again.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
So anyway, it's Paige VanZant, $50,000
Who is
for
this?
hair.
Who is
Would
this?
you
She's
sell
the
your
UFC
hair
fighter
for
girl.
$50,000 to
The
somebody?
one in OnlyFans?
I'm a lot
Yeah.
of luck here, but yeah.
And somebody
She
offered
cut it off on OnlyFans?
No,
No.
somebody was going to pay her $50,000 to cut off her hair and give herself like the shaved back of the head thing with the bob. And
The lesbian cut?
she's like, yeah, I can do $50,000, but the guy wanted it mailed to him.
Her hair.
He wanted her hair.
That seems like a really.
And then
not-
she goes on to
why would
talk
you not
about
do
how
that?
she like I don't know had a dream or had watched a movie previously where they talked about somebody burying somebody's blood in the backyard and soil and it like got him sick. And then she was like, it kills the person. She's like, I just felt weird after that. She's like, I do a lot weirder stuff than like selling my hair to someone, but that just freaked me out.
I don't blame
Would
her.
you sell your hair for $50,000?
Yeah.
You don't have hair.
Yo, I've already made that joke, asshole.
I'm gonna ask Tony that.
Yeah, Tony's the one that can
Tony,
really-
$50,000. Will you say
I've
goodbye to your
given it
long
away
hair?
for free. Multiple
say
times.
$50,000.
So.
You shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, if somebody wants to fucking give me 50 grand for it, sure. I don't give a fuck what you do with it. I'll send it to you. I'll fucking put some pubes in it. I don't
Yeah,
give a
You gotta
shit.
start where you gotta start.
It's my
OnlyFans.
hair. I cut it off and
I like Cartman.
I'm done with it. Do what you want.
Oh yeah, we gotta have OnlyFans though, so
hair.
I can help you set that up.
Whatever you need. Have that hair. I don't give a shit.
What if they dance around with your hair on?
I
Like,
don't give a fuck.
They're not. He's
I
not.
mean, you can do that with my dead body after I'm
bought
dead.
it.
I don't give a
It's his
shit.
hair.
It's gone. I don't.
Yeah.
all right.
I have no feeling towards it whatsoever.
When I'm dead, throw me in the
See, I
trash.
feel like the hair is an extension of your soul.
Okay.
Until I cut it. Once I cut it, it's not an extension of anything
a
anymore.
thing
It's cut.
to hair. It's like
I have more.
It's kind of like woo woo, but it's like it's like humans
What is that?
antenna.
What's that mean?
It's just like
It's
out
my
there.
human woo-woo?
It's your antenna, you know, because you like get extra feeling and like you're grounded to the earth. I don't fucking remember how it works. This is something Dan could probably
Fuck you.
explain a lot better.
I'm
But
Yeah, it
bald.
sounds like something
the
that comes
one
from Dan.
thing that I know about it is when all the Native Americans signed up for the army and shit, they were like expert trackers and shit, but they had to get their hair cut and go through basic and shit, and then they were like terrible trackers.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that's something to do with the having trained and you can
Basic.
weather wind
Yeah.
and things. I've never learned that, so it's not part of my persona when I cut it. Like that, I'm not gonna be able to track.
I know
things.
people with dreads won't like give you their dread. They like are very delicate with them because it's
Oh, you're
like,
supposed
That
to
I might
do,
like.
these
I've actually thought about
ceremonies
getting
when you
dreads
lose dread.
instead
Burn
of
it or
cutting it the
something in
last
the
time. I thought
backyard
about
and
getting
soil
dreads
buried.
because I don't
I
think
wouldn't be surprised.
I think if I cut it, it's gonna be the last time I cut it.
Pretty
So I'm
much.
like, instead of doing one last time, just cut it and then call it good. I just put it into dreads and like fuck it. Like instead of trying to donate it one more time.
Yeah.
So I've thought about doing dreads, but
you're Mexican.
I
You
could
can
see
get
that.
away with dreads, right?
I don't know if it's an ethnic thing. But yeah, I mean, I don't imagine there's anybody in my life who's going to
would
say
say
anything.
it is. You know, it's a way of life. Really, it's a lifestyle.
Well, yeah, but I don't think that's like a. You're Mexican, you get away with it. Like,
No, I know. That was a
think
joke. That was a fucking joke. Are you Mexican and German or no? It's Italian. No, that's not right.
Mexican and Greek.
Greek. Yeah. I
Drunken
fucking
pervert, get it right.
Knew it was weird. Yes. I almost said Irish because that would have been even weirder. But
No.
Both great food.
either way,
But anyway, I can tell you
Where's
after I
the
do that, I
next
can tell you
one?
about the dreads thing. But it makes sense. I can see some people putting that kind of
well, yeah, like the true Rastas
aura
don't.
into that kind of shit.
It's your antenna.
Here's an internet
No, it's
hall of
fucking not.
fame that I came across this
Yeah.
week. Dirt
my
Diggler
woo-woo.
account.
Dirt Diggler.
Yeah. So he asked the question,
Real movie, Jack.
do you guys think Christ was a boobs man or an ass man? And then he comments on his own post immediately and says, this isn't a disrespectful question, by the way. If you're Catholic, you believe Christ was fully human, fully divine. To deny that he had sexual temptations implies that he wasn't fully human, making you a blasphemer, punishable by excommunication for most of history. Now answer, boobs or ass?
I mean, they made a whole movie about it.
So this is where
That's Temptation of Christ.
Oh, I don't know.
I've never seen that.
Must have missed
Oh,
that.
it did not
I've
go
heard
well.
of it.
Oh, is it new, old, what?
It's old. It had like Willem Dafoe playing Jesus, I'm pretty sure.
Really? Oh.
And yeah, it was not received.
It went over
by
just
a lot
as
of
well as
people.
Life of Brian.
okay.
You know.
It was Jesus having sexual thoughts while he's on the cross.
Nice.
A lot of people didn't take
That's
too well to that.
real
On
fucking
the cross.
strange.
So, but this is the
I'm
one.
dying, nice
This
tits.
is the one moment I feel like.
Did
where
he
we
say
could
nice tits or nice ass?
Oh, good point. Well, if he's on the cross looking down, I can see down your shirt. You know?
Yes. He liked both boobs and ass.
He followed around 12
But-
dudes. He liked ass.
But
Oh,
in the
good point.
Bible, Jesus is kind of into feet.
That's
I
right.
can see that.
He washes people's feet.
That's true.
Yeah, but
you
that's a
know?
cultural
like
thing.
a lot.
Yeah, that's a regional.
He does that a
cultural thing.
lot. No.
Everybody got to wear sandals. I mean, come on. What's that about?
Think of also
Yeah.
the period.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean-
women's feet were sexy back then.
They covered their faces up and shit back then, too.
Well, it was also like
Maybe.
washing
Fantasy
feet was
face.
like an ultimate sign of respect. You know, when you visit someone's home.
Yeah, that's what they say because Jesus had a foot fetish.
They lived in a dusty region.
Take your
with
shoes
sandals.
off so I can see your
I
feet,
only
you
have
dirty
my
girl.
mouth to bathe your feet. I will sacrifice thyself.
Oh, you know he lifts
He-
some
He's, just,
feet
he's just
clean.
in the garden. Father,
Man
convince him
and
to show me the feet.
I have no idea.
Huh?
Man and woman
Man and woman? What do you mean?
for the feet fetish.
You mean man bear pig?
He might have liked men. I don't know. He washed all
Well, if you
feet.
had a foot fetish, is it man and woman?
It's just a foot.
It's just
It don't
feet.
matter whose
It's
foot
just
it
feet
is.
in general. I don't know.
It's a both.
I mean, I don't have a foot fetish, so I couldn't really tell you if you have a
I think
differentiation
you
between
could
man and women
appreciate a
feet. I don't
good-looking
know.
man foot, you know, if you had a
That's a
foot
good point.
fetish, but you'd probably
never
be into female feet.
Where was
We got to talk about. Does anyone here have a foot
Did
fetish?
somebody just ask if Jesus was gay?
I mean, bisexual.
I thought I heard a comment along
Well,
those
you like it or
lines.
he
I
loves.
think, yeah,
I
because
said
she
he
said
fucking-
man or woman.
I said he followed around
It
12
wasn't
dudes
Mary
staring at their
Magdalene that
asses.
was like, Marty,
what he
man
said.
I am.
After he said he followed
I
Jesus,
said he followed 12 dudes around
guys
staring at their asses. That doesn't imply he's gay.
So
He
I
just
was thinking-
appreciates a nice
Did
trophy,
they-
that's
Yeah.
all.
Didn't they follow him?
Yes.
Well, I mean, come on. The true leaders in the back, they're doing their thing. He didn't want that attention to be in the front. It's easy to be in the front.
Yeah. Well, think about Judah. Like
Who's
that sounds like an ex-lover.
Oh, fuck it does.
Some bullshit, Judas.
Judah Freelander?
Yeah.
He was a bi.
Judas. Yeah.
Or and you know, Peter was his love because he like left the whole church.
Peter.
to him.
Peter.
Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Maybe there's just some. What's
Come pray with me.
There's a couple. There's
Oh,
a throuple.
yeah.
There's the What's
For 12 dudes.
Yeah. What's a 12-person relationship?
13. It's the number.
Call that a zodiac.
Oh yeah, it's like a 13-member
I like that.
relationship.
Call that a Zodiac. I like it.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I was gonna say orgy.
I'm in a Zodiac right now, boy. Whoa, shit.
A what?
Orgy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
that's what they bang.
But it's
Well, when they're in the
but it's 12
action
if
of
it's
it, but when
just-
it's just the...
12 dudes.
Yeah, that's got to be a Zodiac of dudes. Like, that's awesome.
It's a circle of
Back
love.
to the pile.
This isn't working. Back to the pile.
Wait, guys, wait. This is gay.
Oh, God.
This is gay. Back to the pile.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Fuck, I forgot about that.
That's the gay
Yeah,
part.
this is so gay. What are
I
they doing?
forgot
Like
about
cleaning
that
up the
shit.
neighborhood or something?
Yeah,
like
they're
we're
doing
gonna
like
go
when
to
they're
hell.
planting trees, doing solar energy, and everything. They're like, you know what? I think it was less gay when we were all fucking each other.
Hey, we're going back to the pile.
Back to the pile.
What were we talking about before that? Jesus' feet foot.
Apparently, Jesus is feet fetish.
So
And
he's not a boobs or an ass
feet
man.
fetish?
He's a foot.
I think he's got a
And
foot.
his fucking 12 disciples were really a harem.
Yeah,
I smell
I don't know
anime.
what that means. That's anime.
Whorehouse.
a harem, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a group of whores.
It's
Oh,
like a
yeah.
house for whores.
You know, he did have a tongue of fire.
Yeah. No, that tongue was fire.
You can heat pussy. Like a
Blessed is he with the fire of tongue.
yeah, we're gonna go to hell. All of us.
Nah, it's fine. Have you accepted Muhammad as your Lord and Savior?
Oh, good Lord, watch out. get us all murdered.
Muhammad Jihad.
Is that Amish guy?
I believe you're talking about Mormonism.
Mormon. No.
Is Joseph Smith your savior?
Uh,
What's it? Yeah, what's it? 13-person relationship. I can't find anything. The only thing is like, is it okay to be in a relationship with a 13-year-old? So I should probably back away from the
What
search.
the fuck,
yeah.
dude?
Are you sure that's not
13-person
just like
relationship.
your previous history popping back up?
Oh man, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Lane, do you want to tell us about Egypt-Clad's pyramid in Granite and a controversial project?
Yeah. So apparently, some Japanese company is deciding to put new granite casing stones on the pyramid.
I think the word they use here is renovating in
Yeah.
the story.
And I mean, here's the thing: like renovation's no big new thing in Egypt. Like the Romans renovated shit while they were there. The pharaohs were renovating their own pyramids and shit. So, but
They can't renovate their own pyramids, and they're not dead yet.
we don't.
They're dead.
Well,
they can't
no,
renovate their own pyramids.
some of them had been dead.
What
for a
if they
while.
renovate the Great Pyramids and make them batteries
So
again?
this is one of the great
Free
pyramids.
energy.
This is the small pyramid.
Yeah. There's no. This isn't one of the greats.
Yes, it is. It's it's
I
the
read through this earlier.
it's the one right next to the two big ones, dude. It's the Great Pyramids.
The pyramid of
Pyramid Kora.
Menkaure, the smallest of the three.
Oh, it is actually. Oh shit. When I was skimming this
So
earlier, I totally
and this
misread
is
that.
and this is what's fucked up is actually, well, they want to hide something, you know.
You think so?
Yes, there's polygonal.
What's it have to do with the Sphinx?
It's right there. There's polygonal stonework on this pyramid, which is like identical to the shit they see in fucking South America and other places, you know.
What do you mean by polygonal?
All those. Places.
It's the rocks that fit together just perfectly that
Yeah,
Ancient
okay.
Aliens always
Yeah.
talks about, you know.
I think you're saying that word wrong.
Ancient aliens?
Polygonal.
Polynomial?
Polygonal.
Polyagonal.
Polygonal.
Polyamory. 13.
You know what I'm talking about? The rocks that
Yeah.
are like there's like an 11-sided one, you know.
Yeah, they all just fit in perfectly together.
Yeah, they were molded
Vitrification.
together.
That's what the one
No,
guy
like
always
they like
talks
could
about.
melt
What
the
is
rock
this
and then
going
just
on?
kind of set them together. So these pyramids have some of those type of rocks on it, which kind of proves that someone was building here and there the exact same type of technology, because we still don't even know how they built them. But they do not know how they got those rocks to form so tightly together, because they're like grown together. The rocks, there's a curved surface, and the other rock has a curved surface, and they fit together perfectly.
Well, they probably.
And they're trying to
sitting there
hide
for
it.
so long. It
It-
just kind of
in the
formed together.
in Egypt, the pyramids you're talking.
There are some of those on the pyramids, yes. On the smallest of the Great Pyramids.
Well, yeah, but pyramids made out of sandstone. You cut sandstone with copper and sand.
But we all know they were covered with granite at one time. And the smallest pyramid has a little bit of granite on it still. And they're trying to cover it up. That's what they're doing. I mean, they say they're going to restore it.
I think the French decased a lot of the Great Pyramids when they were doing their conquest with Napoleon. They took a lot of blocks.
They
from
did
it.
some of it, but I think there was like
They took a shit ton of it.
there was an earthquake at one point in like the Middle Ages and knocked a bunch loose.
Yeah.
And then maybe the French came and cleaned it up at some point. Or
Oh, they
whatever.
tore off a bunch.
But-
though. That's
but
why
yeah,
it's out now.
Multiple people, because like the Iraqis, not Iraqis, the whatever his name is, Ali Lee.
So do you think that
Al Qaeda.
you said the remnants of
Arabs.
these granite casings that are still there? You said they have that special molding look to them.
Yeah, you can look at the
You
pictures.
think that's just weathered together like
No,
that?
no,
though?
the edges.
Like you can't even get a piece of paper between stones.
Yeah, and these are the rocks that also have the stumps on them that they don't know what it's for. It's a little like protruding out of it.
Oh, they have those all over South America like that.
Yep, South America and in India and China.
China.
So it's just one of those things that kind of proved, hey, maybe there was a
Didn't
civilization. Well, it's a theory though that this is a fucking really complicated stonework that we cannot do today. How the fuck did all these places all over the world make the same kind of stonework?
What are the ages of the stones?
You can't age a stone.
Yes, you can.
How do you age a stone?
With the way they do, man. I'm not a
Lasers?
fucking
No,
doctor.
there's a light technology they can read.
Cut it in
When,
half.
when the
They
last
can do
time
the circles.
it was
Radiocarbon
uncovered or
dating?
something.
Nah, you can do that for certain things. I mean, like
Granite
You
can.
know what, like, how old these places are and how different the timelines are. Because I mean, it's perfectly plausible that everybody developed this method at some point over the past 5,000 years.
Well,
you know?
so yeah, there. I mean, Egypt has a timeline that they say when it was built. You
So
know,
how old was the original Sphinx built? Do you think
They-
that was? Do you think like the human head? You've heard that theory, but like it's
Yeah.
a human head, but it's
Yeah.
not. Should have been. They uncovered more, and it turns out it's further back than it was supposed to have been.
Or, yeah,
And
so-
the whole
It-
head
it's
was
the
replaced.
water
and
water
was it-
erosion
Yeah,
on
and
the
all the
side
water
of
erosion
it.
and all that shit. Like, how long ago was that shit actually built?
Yeah.
because that was.
'Cause I think isn't like the time gaps between monuments in Egypt are like insanely longer than you would think, like thousands of years like that. How long?
I don't know.
Well,
all of
so
them. I know
the-
just the ones I was listening to the other day that were there was.
What about all the underwater pyramids?
It's not,
Complexes.
look, we're not talking about that. The theory, there's no proof about that.
About the
What?
hollow moon, bitch.
No, there isn't.
There's not been well investigated.
Exactly. The theory, or what Egyptologists will tell you today, is that the Great Pyramid and the complex was like the first ones built, and then they built ones after that, and everything after that got way worse. How do you build the best thing ever at the start, and then get worse and worse?
People die.
Yeah,
Quality goes
I mean
lax.
America's crumbling too, like that, but still, how did the first people get this knowledge to build this shit? You do have to admit there's something
Trial and error.
sacred, I was gonna say, but like
Sacred geometry.
geometrical to it.
I don't know.
All right. Well, do you think that they should be building on, covering it up?
Oh no, it kind of defeats the purpose if it gets an ancient monument. Leave it fucking alone. What the fuck? As
Yeah.
long as keeping it from falling down is one thing, but like refurbishing it makes no fucking sense.
Exactly. Unless it's unsafe to go inside of, but that's not what they're talking about. They're
Yeah.
talking about covering it.
What do they want to reactivate the battery power?
What do you mean, like
They
covered
don't.
it?
That's
Like,
not what they're doing.
Put a tarp over it.
I would be for that.
Have you seen the pyramids in the south where they found like mercury remnants and like little tubes and shit running around the pyramids?
Yeah.
I have.
No.
It's crazy.
Where do you find that?
Learning channel or
on
something.
the internet, dude. Read a
It's all over
book.
the place.
Fucking internet, man.
They had a special where they talked about it one time I watched on it was Discovery or something like that.
I mean, the best theory is that the giant Great
Maybe it was
Pyramid.
ancient aliens.
It could have been aliens, but if it was
History
doing
Channel, yeah.
the pyramid was doing something, right?
They've never found actual evidence of having a tomb in there. They've never recovered a mummy in any of that shit.
And there's proof, not proof, but you
I mean,
could.
they've always been barren. And then there's like all the torchlight. You know that should have put soot on the walls. They found
Olive oil.
zero evidence
Olive oil
of that
lamps.
ever happening.
They use olive oil lamps. That doesn't leave soot.
Well, I guess that's possible.
No, that's what they
Yeah.
use.
But there's also hieroglyphs of what looks like light bulbs.
No, the Dara light is not a fucking light. No, that's been God damn it.
It has not been disproven.
Oh my god!
What, so it's a flower and the big bulb is just the smell.
I don't know, man. It's not a
A
goddamn light
gigantic
bulb.
flower.
That's what I think of that. God damn it! I'm sick of hearing about the goddamn Dara light. That was him.
Lasagna fart.
That's that Beyond Meat,
It touched a nerve. Jesus.
Beyond Beef.
John shit himself.
Does
in
does
frustration.
All because of a Thurolite, which we were
Yeah.
just describing things. He has a
The-
name for it.
It's called the Dara light.
Don't piss John off.
Dendera light? That's the name of the
I think
hieroglyph.
you're a little derelict right now.
Dara leaked
Like
my balls.
Jesus.
I think it's called the
Balls.
Dendera light bulb, though.
Yeah, oh my
Actually,
God.
so
Oh!
in
What did you think was going to come out? Did that sound normal and like passive? No, it was aggressive.
Taint. Who that's powerful? I'm really surprised.
Over here.
I'm kind of mad that you're not reacting to this,
I don't
Lane.
get any of it. Did you smell
That's
it?
crazy.
Not yet. Of course, I haven't been breathing.
They must have
so.
sucked it all that
I
way.
have some sort
No,
of
it's-
ventriloquist
Still
asshole.
in my nostril.
Well, I was just buried in there then.
Taste it in the back
I
of my
can
throat.
Smell
I
it?
can throw my fart.
No, but I'm not trying to breathe in very deeply right now.
Does that article say at all where they get the money for this?
God.
I think it's
A private company?
Force field.
You're trying to shit
I'm good
yourself?
over here. It all went that way.
the Supreme
I feel
Council
dry.
of Antiquities, Dr. Mustafa Waziri. Isn't that the guy they always show?
No, I don't think
You're being
so.
racist.
I don't know how you.
There have been
roll.
numerous projects throughout history that have been dubbed projects of the century, but in my opinion, the task of restoring the granite casing of the Menkaure pyramid is as significant and crucial as any of them. He described the project as a gift from Egypt to the world, coinciding with the upcoming opening of the Grand Egyptian Museum, as it will facilitate the first complete viewing of the pyramid in modern times.
I don't know. There was someone that said it's like
Right?
trying to fix the Tower of Pisa. you know?
Why would you?
You
Why would you do that?
Why would you fuck with, you know? Would you rebuild the Colosseum, you know?
Well, like you said earlier, though, people have been rebuilding things for millennia.
I would
Yeah.
too if I
Yeah,
were
they
you.
rebuilt Stonehenge.
But now they're going to package it. They're going to package it. They're going to sell it.
Well, that's
They
the
go
thing.
inside with the new museum.
Dude, they
They're
already
right
have
there.
tourism. They have a fucking
But Jeff
museum.
Goldblum.
Why do they need to rework it?
Exactly.
You ever remember
I
that?
find it offensive.
Was it a
For
story
money.
or just like a YouTube video or something where a guy was going to the pyramids and was going to send in that RV or not RV, little RC
yeah,
car
yeah. They've done that
and
multiple
camera,
times.
and he was like
Yeah.
threatening, "We're going to do this if you
door?
don't, yeah, I figured a way in if you don't release this or whatever. I'm going to show all this footage to people or whatever." And they just like never heard from the guy again or nothing ever. And so I just didn't know if you ever heard anything about that, had opinions on that.
I don't remember that. I know they took a drone up there in the 90s or something.
No, this was pretty recent. This was like just some dude on his own. Like he snuck into some shit.
Oh, no, I have
and
not heard
took
that.
like an RC car, put a camera on it, sent it into some little opening in one of the pyramids, and just like sending it through. And he was just like, "Yeah, if you don't, I'm gonna record all this shit, and I'm gonna show everybody what's in here. If you don't do something or whatever." And then like all of a sudden, it's just like I'd never heard anything else about the guy. Like,
I mean,
if
that
anything
could-
ever happened, or
That could be fake though too.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, does anybody know anything? Like, I just remember hearing about it, never heard anything else. So I didn't know if anything ever came of it. Seemed like I don't know if like
that's
the
news
guy
to me.
disappeared
Well,
or
'cause
nobody's ever.
I mean,
yeah.
recently they discovered a much larger void in the pyramid. So I don't know if that's really in
And
relation
the
to
Sphinx
what
that they
that-
refuse to go fucking look at. And there's even a picture that somebody drew from a long time ago, and it clearly shows a guy coming out of a door in the head of the Sphinx. That he was there with like a crew that was exploring Egypt and shit, and he was like the. They always brought illustrators to that
Yeah.
shit to document everything.
They've even like sealed off part of the Sphinx. They poured cement into it.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Where are they hiding?
Exactly.
drugs.
Atlantis. Secrets.
Proof of Atlantis, most likely.
Aliens. Who built the pyramids?
Oh yeah, could be
Mexicans.
Mexicans.
There's pyramids in South America. Nobody asked how
They were
those got
called
built.
Mayans
Well,
at
they
that
are
point.
the most
Atlantis?
practical
know
way to
better.
build things.
Mexican.
I mean,
Atlantis, that's the one
pyramid is
underwater, ain't
How
it?
you build stuff.
It
before
could be,
had,
yeah.
Buildings.
A pyramid is the
Pyramids were
strongest
also
shape
capped with
of
Yeah,
all the
it's the
shapes.
easiest thing
silver
to
and
build,
gold
so
mixed
that's
Able
together.
to contain
capstone?
all the other shapes
Silver
in the
gold
world.
alloy.
Usually gold on top.
There's a
It's from
name.
The
Every
Office.
But yeah, they capped them all with that.
They're trying to sell these pyramid shaped
I remember that. Yeah, the
iPads
tablets.
or whatever. A pyramid, the strongest shape of all the shapes in the world, able to contain all the other shapes. Jim's just like, that's just not true. Pyramid.
That's funny.
What's the next topic?
I don't know. I went to the bathroom, came back. We're talking about Sphinx and pyramids and shit. So I don't even know how that happened.
Oh, they're
I don't know how long I was in the bathroom, but I came back
Did you hear
out.
the next
The time
topic?
warp.
Oh, they're trying to refurbish one of the pyramids.
I missed the start of that.
Oh,
I just
okay,
walked
yeah.
in.
Yeah.
And we were
So
talking about
how do
pyramids.
you feel about that?
Like, what do you mean
They're
refurbish?
going to. They say
I heard you say something about covering something.
recase it. Yeah, put new granite stones on the
Why
outside.
don't you just leave it alone?
Exactly.
Yeah, why
Like
the-
literally replace all the like exterior granite
Sounds
stones.
like
it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Like keep the ones that are there intact. Like I get that.
Yeah.
Don't
They
like
they
no need to
some
fuck with it.
spell cast on them.
No, I feel like there's other things you could do with that money, like dig over there.
Yeah, find more shit.
You know, there's plenty
They're all
of
gonna
other
die.
things.
You found cool shit before. There's probably more.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
go find some more shit.
What's in that sand dune right there? You know, right next to the pyramid. So
It's like, oh shit, that was me the whole time. Just under
yeah,
the pyramid.
honestly.
Oh, you can't tell me they haven't ground penetrated everything there. They know
yeah.
everything that's there.
well,
The
yeah,
government
so-
probably has,
but
they have
there's
control
things
over
to.
what happens, but I
they-
don't think they've let other people do it.
One of the biggest discoveries of last year is they found like this hallway that like goes underneath a river or something, and they think it's Cleopatra's tomb.
Oh, insane. So why haven't they
Yeah.
opened it yet?
I don't know, because there's
Because
scientists.
they've seen the mummy when they were a kid. And
they
the
just
acid
they
thing
just take
scared
forever.
them.
They have to get
That's
funding
why.
and shit.
Funding. Permission.
because
yeah.
the rocks.
Pay us enough money if you want to open
Well,
that.
and we have to know what's in there first, and then you can release it. Probably, you know.
Hey, did anybody ever watch the Oak Island? Any of the stuff with Oak Island? Because
I watched a couple
I haven't
of
had like cable for so long, so I haven't watched the show. I haven't watched the last season. If
What's
they
it
did
called? What's the show?
The
Oak Island.
is
It's the Money
the
Pit.
Curse of Oak Island.
Yeah.
it's the Money Pit. Like
What's what network is it on, or what streaming service?
it's,
Probably
like
TBS.
Learning Channel, maybe something like History Channel, probably History Channel.
It's definitely a reality show.
Like
you
I said, I
you
used to
don't know what
watch
the
it.
money pit
I
is?
have no idea what that is.
There was probably like 12, 13 seasons into it, and they've been getting really close. Like they're narrowing down where they actually found the money pit, but I haven't watched the last season, so I don't know if they actually found it. Like
They
what's
never
going
find
on.
anything.
But they're finding more and more all the time. There's
So-
a treasure off an island in Nova Scotia.
that
It's
was the one the
rumored-
pirate fucking buried.
Well,
It depends.
Blackbeard or
There's
some
rumors
shit?
that it's pirate treasure. There's rumors that it's from the
Knights Templar.
Knights Templar. It could contain.
I thought
just
they had
literary works
documentation
of
from the
liter-
pirate crew about it all.
Everybody has a bunch of shit. They just want to find it. Like
They found
They
European
found like
coins
where
and
it's at.
shit.
They
Yeah, isn't
found.
this where when you dig, it has some water mechanism that raises the water up and
Yep.
floods it
Yeah,
out?
that already flooded.
Yeah, that was literally Blackbeard, I'm pretty sure.
They haven't.
They have
figured it out
not
yet.
proven that. That's a theory. that
Yeah,
it was
that's
pirates.
one of the theories. There's a bunch of them, and every
They
one
haven't
of
found
them
the
something else
treasure.
ties to it. There's
Well,
shit.
they can't get to it.
There's
It
shit in
exists.
Spain that ties into the same symbols that are on the island that they found that are Knights Templar, or in France where they were imprisoned. They were drawing the same shapes and shit in their prison cells that are on this island and all these rocks and shit. So there's Templar signatures. There's all kinds of different shit. But the last I saw of it, had it cordoned off. They were drilling, and then the season ended. Coming to the next season, and I turned off all my cable and shit. I just stream everything, but I can't find it, so I don't know what happened. So I didn't know if
That sounds like a pretty interesting premise.
It is.
It's real. It's an actual
it's-
story.
Yeah, it's like real
Like-
life Indiana Jones.
It's like
Basically.
I think some kids found it in the 1800s or maybe even longer than that, and like it's been a known thing for a while. Like they dug down and like had to remove like certain layers of like logs stacked weird, and there was some
It's like
sort
a whole
of
trap
chest.
built. Like it's engineered to just flood and make it like
Once,
really
once
hard
you
to
get
into it.
so far down, the seawater comes into the
They made like
hole.
shafts all throughout the island that lead to where it was buried at supposedly. So they just made this huge shaft.
Oh, yeah, they used- yeah.
Had layers of all this stuff to build up the mound around it, and
Coconut
then
fiber.
the ocean, because it's on an island, just like constantly hits, soaks in, and then they made channels throughout.
But
this whole
honestly,
big
I mean,
tunnel
like
they built.
the one solution is build a goddamn dike around the entire island. That's the only fucking solution at this point, you know.
Well,
Yeah.
they've done
I
that.
don't know why they haven't
They've
done
done
it.
that in parts. They've blocked
See,
off
'cause
certain
who's
parts
gonna
of it to
spend
do
that type
things.
of
But
money?
Well, these guys have been making a TV show for 13 years about it.
one of the most
You don't
of the
think they could
shit,
afford a dike?
most of
Probably
the
'cause they
shit
know
that
there's
they run
something
into that stops them from doing stuff is government stuff because they have to have permits to do things.
Yeah.
So that's what usually stops them from doing things. 'Cause
I've only seen a little bit of the show.
they've even gotten to the point where they found like I think it's called First Nation artifacts. Like they found that, and as soon as that happened, the fucking government shut them down. They're like, "Don't fucking touch anything. Like you can't touch any of it." So they had to shut this off, and then they could only work on this part. And so there's a lot of shit that's been happening. On top of the fact that it's a, like I said, it's an island in Nova Scotia, so you get 6 months out of the year
Yeah.
before there's storms that you can't do anything. So it really limits what they can do. So it's really interesting. Like if you like kind of that old
Yeah, that's interesting.
stories and mysteries and shit, but it's like it's real. Like 7 people have died trying to find it. People.
Oh yeah,
Shafts
it was
have caved in on people, killed like a family.
It was
3
cursed for a
guys.
little while.
Yeah.
Isn't that what it's called? The
The
Curse,
Curse of Oak Island.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
I remember
it's
learning
pretty
about it
interesting.
in the 2000s and being like, "This is fucking awesome."
Sounds like a Boxcar Kids story. Curse of Oak Island.
Yeah, it's
But,
pretty cool. But it's his 2 brothers. They've spearheaded the whole story because they heard about the story when they were kids and they were just like into the mystery.
They're
And-
treasure hunters.
Yeah, well, they weren't originally. They made a bunch of money doing whatever. Now they're like, this is what they do. But I haven't seen.
I feel like that's one of the shows I was
I
like,
haven't seen
I'm
the
only gonna
finale.
watch this because like I would like I'll still get news about it sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because like my phone knows I've looked it up before. So
Well, yeah, and
I
obviously
always
the
figured
real
if-
news would come
if-
out before the.
exactly,
Show
I
would.
would find out about it and then be like, oh, now I'm watching that show.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking. I haven't heard anything. I haven't really looked for it because I kind of want to watch the
It's-
show.
They don't
It's-
want to find it on the show.
They're not
They wanna
gonna
prolong the show.
They're not gonna find it though. It's
Well, see, that's the thing.
cursed.
Yeah, it's like
Or they
whenever you
could
bring it
make
up,
it
they're like,
up
oh,
and
they're not
say
gonna,
they
they're gonna
did
drag it
find
out, and it's like, well, I mean, these
What?
dudes that
Can't hear
started
you.
it want to find it.
Said, or they
Sure.
could just make it up and say they did find it. How the fuck are we gonna know?
well,
What are they gonna do? Turn the cameras off and be like, you can't see it.
no, you want it for
No,
the
just
pride.
fake
You want to be able to
fucking-
show off this
yeah,
like,
they're gonna show it
ancient
off.
gold
Fake
and
shit.
shit. You know,
They've been at this for like 30 years.
it's like
They're gonna
national
brag about it.
treasure shit. You
Yeah.
know, level gold probably.
Pretty cool.
What do you think the government would take a bunch of whatever if they
Oh,
ever?
yeah.
Oh, tax the fuck out of it. Yeah.
There are treasure laws. I can't remember what they are, but it's like it's like if you find a Spanish frigate from the 1400s, that gold
Finders
still
keepers.
belongs to.
Well, I wouldn't be
to
surprised
Spain-
though.
Spain
I don't think those
forever.
brothers own the island.
They own. It's all portioned off. They own a good number of the.
Yeah, there's
the
other
lot of
owners.
the lots. But
So
there's
they-
some people that own some
I'm
of it.
sure
but I
they
think
have-
they own most of it.
They probably have other investors too that they've promised.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and that's how it
You
started.
know.
They only owned a certain part, and eventually they've gotten other parts of it. One guy died that owned a bunch of it, and he left it to them, and
How big is the island?
I couldn't tell you.
Not,
No, I mean,
not
it's like-
big enough.
I mean, I've heard him describe it, but I couldn't.
I'm
think
sure
of-
it's called Miles Cross.
I'd say like Rhode Island, but it's probably wrong. It's just, I mean, it's decent
It's
size.
not
but-
Rhode Island size.
Well, that's what I'm saying. As a point of reference, I couldn't tell you.
You to become a treasure hunter, John?
But like, I mean,
can't
it
solve
just,
puzzles for shit,
even watching
so-
the story is interesting. It's just, I get a lot of,
It's one of those just like eternal mysteries.
I get a lot
you
of
know?
flashbacks
Like,
to
we'll
when
never
I
know
was
about fairies.
Well, when I was a kid, they did a Al Capone.
148.
Geraldo Rivera was going to uncover Al Capone's tomb or his safe. They found one of Al Capone's safe in some business or something. They were gonna, all these secrets are in this fucking safe, and they were advertising it for like
His
a
tax
year.
records.
Huh?
His tax
Whatever,
records.
yeah, whatever. They didn't know what was in there. It was a safe. It was Al Capone's safe, so it was fucking locked. And they found it's got to be something in there. It's Al Capone.
Mm-hmm.
They did a whole special on it, like 2 hours. They do all this shit. Had somebody break, and like everybody fucking sitting at home watching it. And I just remember watching it, and they open it. There's fucking nothing in it. And I was just like, oh. So that's how that works. All right, well, I'm not doing that shit again.
They didn't shake it?
It was a big safe. I don't think they lifted it.
And Al
Well,
Capone,
no.
Al Capone just laughing. Ha! You dumbass.
He's dead.
Oak Island was
I know.
140
He was
acres.
just laughing in his
Look
grave.
that up.
So 3/4 by a half mile.
Turning in his grave.
Few quarter.
Three-quarters by 1/2 mile.
And it's split up into a bunch
So
of
yeah,
lots.
it's not that big.
Real small. That's why I'm like, what the fuck taking so long?
But it's
Well, and
also,
then
they've showed animation of where they think like the water comes in at or whatever, and it's like way out. Because I remember the one time they didn't do this on the show. I don't think. Maybe they did. They've poured dye into
Yeah.
the money pit, and it like comes out way into the ocean. You know, so they're like,
Smart.
what the fuck?
Yeah, they got it. They did it because they got the idea. Somebody else did it, and they're like, "Hey, we heard somebody else did this, so
Okay,
let's
yeah.
try it." And they did it on the show. So I don't know.
I mean, why wouldn't you? They need
Yeah,
ideas.
and then you could see the green dye coming out certain places, and like I said, part of it was like they'd find these coconut fibers, which isn't native to the island. So they're like, anytime they find these coconut fibers, that was the legend, is that they use this for filtering system, and so they would find a bunch of coconut fibers, and they're like, holy shit! So every time they would find something that the legend said, and they'd be like,
Dude.
oh, all right, fuck. Like,
Honestly, to me, it's got to be just like an artificial island.
and it's
You know,
there's
that's
part
what
of
I've
it,
always thought.
part of
Or
the
there was like
legend
a
is-
rock, and they built an island on a rock.
is part of
you
it is
know?
artificial to where there was a ship that was carrying all the gold that was trying to get away from whatever, and they ended up kind of crashing to the island and then sort of crashing it on purpose, sinking it in this one part of the island, building sort of this pyramid around it and turning it into a lake. So they're thinking they found large anomalies underneath the lake bed of the, I forgot what they call it, the triangle, I think, or something like that.
That's what I was talking about.
And so they think
underwater
it's a ship,
pyramids.
and they think, yeah, so there's a lot of different shit connecting.
I've never heard that, but
Oh, the pyramid or the
well, like
ship?
the ship crashing or whatever.
Yeah, because they were
It.
there's the swamp, or that's what it's called, the swamp, and so it's like a lot of people wanted to go out because it just seems
Well, they've
weird.
turned it into a swamp by digging into it, right?
No, there's a part that's literally called the swamp. Like it's this one part that's a swampy area that's not really natural to the rest of the island. It just seems out of place. So they've gone around and look, and there's like different. It looks like it was made artificially. There's roads and shit that are underneath the water that they've, like I said, when they've cordoned off a bunch of it and drained it, it was the swamp. They would do that with the swamp, drain it all out. So they found roads that were under mud and dirt and shit, and they think it was possible, like a walkway to dump off shit off of a ship, and there's a whole, it's all, like I said, it's like
It's
12
Atlantis.
seasons of
Not Atlantis. but-
shit that it's just going more and more and more.
Yeah, I'm
So-
sure. Yeah, it's something that can go on.
But there's a
forever,
lot of
honestly.
stuff that makes you go, oh, damn.
But in the
Worth a
end,
watch at least.
you have
Yeah,
to
definitely.
you get some results.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
John's got something that makes him say, damn.
Next topic.
Herpes?
Too many Starbucks.
Yeah.
There's a shit of Starbucks.
Can you elaborate?
How come? Why is it that everything is more expensive? Everyone is, shit is going crazy. Ever since COVID, prices have just stayed high, and we're always complaining about
'Cause they
this
got away with it.
all over the places. Everyone's always complaining about everything being expensive. Yet, why the fuck there's a fucking Starbucks being built right next to my fucking house? Not okay, it's not very close to my house, and there's another one like 2 blocks away. Wait, hold on. What the fuck is going on? We're in South O. How is another Starbucks going in?
What is the
Corporate greed.
the difference in neighborhoods
Yeah.
each
But
one?
It's
how
only
are
expensive
they-
for us.
So the one there's one on being built right now at 42nd and L.
White bitches like their coffee.
Yeah, true. But like,
The Stanley Cup sold really well.
how are
That's
these
all there is to
companies
it.
like how are people affording to do this to the point where they're saturating again, like doing their
Because
thing?
coffee is like $7.
the
and white
corporations
bitches
can
will
afford
go
to do it,
every
but-
day.
So it's like
That's
I just don't understand that like we can't make rent and I can't do this all these complaining just yes
It's a
shitty.
fucked up system, but white bitches like their coffee.
I mean I don't know.
I'm not even a coffee drinker, but I know multiple
Would you
people
call it a
that go
system or exploitation?
every morning. They go.
Exploitation.
I know men that go every morning.
To Starbucks?
Yeah, no, it's not Starbucks. There's somewhere.
I buy a bag of preferably whole bean Starbucks dark Sumatra.
I don't even like Starbucks coffee.
And I blend it here at my house, grind it, and
Okay,
then
bougie.
drink that here.
It's different. Is it different
Or
than
just
when you
don't
go to the
drink
store?
coffee.
I don't know. I don't go to the store. I just like the Sumatra.
If you go to the store, it
Folgers
is
is
different.
good.
Yeah, it's not
Folgers is
Sumatra.
good.
that
If
they
it's
always
cold,
have there.
Like when I get
Yeah, I
that
might get
peppermint
something
mocha,
coffee to
it's
warm me
different.
up, but I don't.
What do you?
I drink a
do
shit
you
ton of
preference?
coffee.
I don't
Just
drink coffee
straight
at all.
I would
Folgers. I don't give a
prefer
fuck.
it
Just
from the store. Yeah,
oh, okay. So we're having 7
it tastes
conversations at
better
once.
from
Yeah.
the store.
And what race are you?
Well,
White,
And sex?
female white.
Female white.
Female white
Female
are
white.
making Starbucks. I rarely get coffee, personally, but I know so many females that go get Starbucks, if not every day, at least 3 times a week. That's what is making the business progress. I mean, think about it. If you
Fucking
think
white
about
bitches,
it,
man.
Are you
I swear
arguing
to
that
God.
there's too many white women in the world?
I know people that go every
Where the white
day,
women at?
spend
Starbucks.
$7 on a coffee.
Target.
$7 on a coffee
Target or
every day. Personally,
Starbucks
I
and
know
Target.
these people.
yeah, I don't.
So if you think about the wide variety of white women in America who go to Starbucks or Scooters or whoever,
Yeah.
that is allowing them to open new locations right fucking next to each other, pretty much.
Sounds like there's a
They're not
lot
even
of
getting
white
coffee,
women in
they're
your
getting
neighborhood.
fucking-
I haven't found them.
Carly, how do
But
you
I thought we
honestly
didn't listen
feel
to
about
white women. We ignored
Starbucks
them.
in
Isn't that why
Target?
they made Barbie?
I never.
Oh, that's
have-
right. Yeah, Barbie taught me that.
I've
But
only
they get
gone
all
to
the Starbucks.
and Target once.
Yeah, they
Fair
gotta
trade.
leave.
Have you
Go
seen
get
So
that
do we
Starbucks.
ignore them or do we
old
give them what
man
they
that
want?
orders the
They can have Starbucks,
with
they
his
can vote.
grandkids.
Yeah, we're a big one. I mean, Jesus.
They make up
What do
a
you think we
drink,
are?
And women's
And they
suffrage.
make him
It's
like
going on
try
long
to order
enough.
the grandpa, and it's just funny as
I
fuck.
fucking love that term. It's a
Starbucks
dumb.
and
It's a terrible
Target.
See if
term.
you can find
So
it.
bad.
Starbucks and
I
Baker's
can't remember the
too.
show. There was a show reference to that.
I think it's a very good
Type in
way.
Women's suffrage. They
Grandpa
shouldn't be suffering
orders
so much.
Starbucks.
So is that the one thing you wanted to complain about? Is building another Starbucks?
Yeah, good dude.
Is that it?
Well, that just
Good-
the fact that
good
everything is so
combo,
goddamn
John.
expensive. Why the fuck are these premium, these luxury brands just keep popping
Because
up?
Yeah,
How are
that's
people
the
affording
Great
it?
Reset. They're gonna shut down all the local Omaha brands, and it's only gonna be Starbucks.
Hold on, we got a grandpa ordering.
You know what's
Starbucks
the
here.
scooters? Scooters will be gone eventually. They
Right
can't
there.
compete with
Right.
Starbucks.
Everywhere,
Listen
too.
to this.
You know,
Scooters is everywhere.
scooters took over a crane.
What?
We can't hear whatever you're playing.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? There's no microphone
They're
there.
doing a podcast.
We're playing videos now.
It's got audio.
Flip it-
Grandpa
flip-
orders
Flip it
Starbucks.
around so I can see. How about that? And hold it up.
This is funny.
What do you guys want?
Let me get a fratte motete. And then let me get a Trenta Pinkity Drinkity. Trenta.
Drinkity, pinkity, dinky, and a frappe mate.
What the hell?
Drinkity, pinkity. Frappe mate. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. My first time. Pinkity, dinkity. Drink up, pinkity, dinkity. Yes. Thank you.
That old dude should just strangled him, please.
Oh, that's fucking bad.
Just turn around and just.
Pinkity dinkity.
Funny, huh?
I'm thinking pinkity dinkity.
Fernando.
Do you think he got something? What did he get?
Fratte mate. It's his grandkids fucking with him.
Oh, that's funny.
That's just one of my biggest fears right there. That's just horrible.
Fratte mate.
Dude, I thought my cousin was pulling that shit to me the other day. I was going somewhere and I went to go pick up some food for him, and he asked for some like bucket Bronco sauce or some weird shit. I forgot where we were, and it just sounded made up. It was like, and I had to ask people. I was like, I don't know if this is real, and I'm sorry if it's not, but do you have like this fucking Bronco sauce or something. No, it was
Was it Arby's? The Bronco sauce from Arby's?
no, it was weird. It was like it sounded made up.
Huh.
Where's it from?
Fairy berry sauce or something. It was something weird. And I'm just like, that just sounds made up.
It's code for something like, oh, come around back.
And then I'm like, is that a real thing? They're like, yeah, that's a thing. I was like, I need some of that. Like, I forgot. It might have been at Arby's, but it wasn't just Bronco sauce. Is it? It was something berry sauce, and I was
Go
just
with the jalapeno powder.
yeah, and I was like,
Oh,
that sounds completely made up to
Is
me.
it
I was like,
Pinkity?
that's what I was thinking was happening. So I'm like, do you have the
Pinkity drinkity.
buckety berry sauce? And they were like, yeah, that's a thing. I was like, cool, just checking. I don't know. I was like, I felt like somebody was fucking with me.
Pinkity dinkity.
Frosty motate.
Shit has such stupid
I
names
guess.
anymore.
Yeah.
I know. Every time I go,
It's 100% believable.
if Jamie,
Wait, you go?
if my girlfriend wants Starbucks, I'll be driving and I'll be like, I'm not ordering. You're ordering. So she'll lean over and order whatever the fuck she wants because I don't. I'm not gonna order a fucking caramel latte frappe. Fucking pinkity dinkity. Fucking, it's just too many words in their drinks. It's like, just give me a black coffee.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
done.
all I ever
Yeah,
heard.
so-
Black coffee.
This is the way I've always felt about coffee. Give me the cheapest black coffee you have. I've never been like.
Hey, that's $10.
That's why I drink Folgers. You know.
Yeah.
Can you just splash me in the face with that fucking hot coffee then for $10 fucking dollars?
When I go to
Yeah.
Devil Shop,
You're just burning me right now.
Well,
Is there any more topics for the night? We haven't really talked about the Super Bowl.
Well, I didn't know we were going to do one next week. I didn't know there was one next week. I thought.
No.
Well, we do one every week.
Okay. Well, I didn't. That's what I figured.
But
we were
I-
going to talk Chiefs.
No, we're
Niners,
talking
so you're like, let's
shit.
do it.
We're
So I was
talking
like,
shit. Derek had fucking 30 topics in there. We've only been
I
recording
know.
for an hour 15.
Oh wait,
It
I
just
heard
seems
one.
a lot later. That's
My
true.
kids came.
Yeah,
home
we didn't
and-
start. We started an hour late.
My kids came home and they're like, "Oh, I heard Travis Kelce was gonna ask fucking Taylor Swift to marry him if he wins the Super Bowl." I'm like, "Oh my god, don't even listen to that
I
fucking
swear
bullshit."
that might
Dude, I
happen.
can't wait till he knocks her up and then leaves her or cheats on her.
I can't
It's gonna be
wait till they
hilarious.
lose, and then
It's gonna be
fucking-
hilarious. I'm
then it's
sorry.
over.
Because it's gonna be hilarious.
What,
I don't think that's gonna happen.
if,
What's
if
gonna
he
be sad
loses,
about it? She's gonna be a single mom with all the money in the world. The kid will be okay.
Lose?
He's gonna be okay. Everybody's gonna
can't
be
they lose?
fine.
That's not what I said.
For them,
I was talking about Travis Kelce leaving.
for
Swift
everybody
after
else
her
that hates
children.
Chiefs fans, it's gonna be hilarious.
The kids
So-
are talking
Oh,
about
it's a
it.
hate thing.
Yes,
Okay.
of course.
can I can I
They're just trying to
say
make you
Do I
feel
laugh
better
at things that
after
are
your loss.
good? No.
Dinkity dinkity.
I am
And then the new
tired
album drops called
of
Mr. Football
hearing
Man.
about Taylor Swift.
So much.
Then why
Like
are we talking about it?
I was
Chase?
never someone that followed Taylor Swift news and shit. But now because of fucking Travis
He
Kelce.
brought it to the table.
No, not just Chase, but just everywhere in the fucking news.
Yeah.
She's a thing now. I don't want to
Well,
fucking.
don't read it.
You can't help. You just read the headlines.
Fuck, you
It's
turn
on
the TV
know?
on.
it's
He's
on
on.
every radio
You turn the TV on. He's
station,
fucking off state.
everywhere.
Fucking
It's
everything.
either somebody loves her or somebody hates her.
It's
Like,
not their fault.
It's on the radio station.
It's everywhere.
Oh, I know it. I've been hearing Taylor Swift songs forever. I just don't pay attention to them. But yeah, I don't know.
I have one favorite
Well, let's
one,
talk about
and
the
that's 'cause I
Super
thought
Bowl.
it was a
Let's
metal
talk about
song.
that Super Bowl, not Taylor Swift.
But she's gonna be the Super Bowl.
You think the Niners can win?
Of course.
They.
I think either team can win.
I mean, yeah, that's a good point. The Chiefs seem to always come back. They're so fucking
They
scrappy.
haven't had to come back this playoff. They've been on a crazy run. But yeah, historically they've done that a
Yeah,
lot.
you never count the Chiefs out.
Next year.
Except
As
for
Pat
flags, except for
McAfee
the
said,
flags that weren't
The
thrown.
Chiefs
See-
is still the Chiefs.
And this, you know what my problem with the 49ers is? There's all these like players that resemble Nebraska failures, like Brock Purdy, his brother Chuba just transferred out.
Okay, Brock's older. How are you comparing?
J.J.
Chubb- like,
McCarthy, Luke McCaffrey, or whatever. What I said?
J.J. McCarthy and Luke McCaffrey have
Or-
nothing to do with each
Well,
other.
aren't?
You mean Luke McCaffrey and Christian McCaffrey?
Yeah, that's what
There
I
you
meant to
go.
say.
Is even the same last name.
Is JJ? That's a different
That's a
person.
McCarthy.
Yeah, that's
Not
a
McCaffrey.
He's also on the Niners, all right?
No, J.J. McCarthy was the quarterback from Michigan.
Okay, that's all right.
That's why I'm like, I don't know where you're going
For
with
some
this.
reason, I got that the words confused.
Yeah, there's some McCaffreys involved.
But just watching the 49ers makes me think of Nebraska failures.
Okay, well, those
And I don't like
the
it.
ones on the Niners are all the older brothers.
By Spagnuolo's fucking defense.
You should be upset that your
Yeah.
Huskers weren't the older
Chiefs
brothers.
set a new record for most consecutive games without giving up like X amount of points at 19 now, bettering the best part of the Ravens' historic run to the Super Bowl in the early 2000s was Ray Lewis.
Because them flags weren't thrown. Because
What?
the home bitches.
Oh God, you're just a bitch.
She's a baby.
You're such a
He
fucking
bitches, he
bitch.
bitches until he gets his way.
man.
So
I know you won the game.
Bad
Then a flag is
argument.
Then a
bullshit.
flag comes out 5 minutes later.
So here's a good question. What kind of like questionable call are we gonna have in the Super Bowl? Because
Oh,
there'll be
100%
some.
false
People are
starts.
going to nitpick everything.
No, false
It's gonna be-
starts. You can't.
They'll have something
That's
like,
obvious.
Oh,
Yes.
look, when I slow it down, his fingers go across his face.
I'm talking-
mask, and he
It's
hustles
obvious,
for a
and they
second.
don't call it.
But the play doesn't go off.
No,
Or-
it
or
does
they
all
don't
the
call
time. Have
it,
you watched
yeah.
the Chiefs game?
No, I have not seen.
Their right tackle moves every time.
Really.
No. That was overblown.
They got called for the
All
over,
the time
over
he
the
moves.
line,
Watch
over the
every
line.
fucking line. It happens all the time.
That's what everybody says, but it doesn't.
Who
Oh,
is
I watch a lot of football games and I see it happen
who
all the
is
time.
You watch a lot of
who is
Chiefs
the guy?
No, I watch a lot of fucking other games too.
Who is the guy that the Chiefs was offsides?
Kadarius Tony,
Well, against the
Tony,
Bills.
is
who
he
was
still playing?
mysteriously injured
when
last
the-
week, but
He
he
got
was-
injured.
When
He's
the Bills
out.
beat him?
He was been
You talking
out
about?
for like 5 weeks.
They said he's injured. He said he's not.
When the
He's
Bills
out.
beat
That
him?
was when the Bills beat
Yeah,
him.
Yeah.
I forgot that. Sorry, it just adds a little like relevance to it now because Chase is all upset they lost the playoffs.
They didn't lose. They got there and they got fucked by the refs, like always.
Okay.
Oh God,
That's
you're
right.
such a
I'd still rather
whiny
have
bitch.
Josh Allen than any
I
quarterback
am.
in the league.
Mahomes is. And Kelsey's a fucking big mouth motherfucker that
Oh my God.
needs to freeze in the snow like
Bite
them other
me,
guys from
dude.
Kansas
Dude, they got their
City.
feelings hurt by a
Oh,
kicker last
shit.
Why don't
week.
you
Sorry,
win
that
a
was fucked up.
game?
I'm sorry. That was fucked up.
They got their
Win
feelings
that
hurt by a
game.
kicker.
This is gonna turn into a fight.
Have they ever beat the Chiefs in the playoffs?
No, they've been ended by the Chiefs a lot in the playoffs.
Well, recently, but previously.
When they went on their tear on 4 Super Bowls in a row that they all lost, yeah, they beat the Chiefs a couple
Because
times.
the Chiefs need to get there and win the Super Bowl so Taylor Swift can get fucking ass marriage from Travis Kelce. That's why.
Yeah,
This
okay.
is the big fucking conspiracy bullshit.
Chase,
that's
It was a
happening
different
right now.
conspiracy last week. It keeps changing. It's whatever the fucking.
I thought it had something to do with
situation is.
Biden,
I
too.
thought it had to do something with the colors of the fucking Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Bullshit. Remember that?
Yeah.
It's different every
Last week?
Well, we can admit it's rigged, all right? So the Chiefs have already won this Super Bowl.
No, they haven't. I think
Oh,
it'll
yeah.
be a good game.
I think
I
it's
think
a
the Chiefs' defense is going to win the game because Purdy's not going to be ready for it.
I think the rigged gods wouldn't make the 49ers lose to the Chiefs again in a Super Bowl.
I think McCaffrey's going to run all over him.
No.
I think it's an entirely different team than
He
we
might-
had last time.
McCaffrey
We didn't
will
have
get
Trent
his.
Williams.
Isn't it?
We didn't have
Plays
Christian
out, it won't
McCaffrey.
matter.
Fuck, who else was missing? Ayuk
Purdy.
wasn't nearly what he is now. Like, the team's completely different.
How old is Brock?
23, 24?
And this is like only his second year or
Second
something?
year and a half.
But he's been-
He played half of
but-
last year and then this year.
The only reason
But was he
started
not
is
playing his
because-
first year? Or that was
No,
his
that was his
first,
rookie
that was
year.
his rookie year? He's that young.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was a
what's his name
7th round
got hurt?
pick. It was going to be depth piece until all our quarterbacks got hurt. Then they threw him in there and he fucking dominated ever since.
Yeah, he's been looking good. What sucks is that the NFL just loves the Chiefs. Suck
Well,
the Chiefs.
it's just
Mahomes
Not
because
really. They've become the
dick.
most hated team in the league.
The NFL don't care. They
Yeah,
just
by
want
team.
whoever
People
gets the
don't hate
attention.
us. They fear us.
Nobody fears the
You're
dog. I think
America's
it's-
team
I
at
think
this
it's-
point.
They're
4
tired
out
of the
of 5
Chiefs.
years in the Super Bowl and a chance to win 3 out of those.
That doesn't cause fear.
I mean,
Oh,
Don't-
it causes
You had a
fear
good
to the
run,
league.
that's cute.
Everybody changes their game plan against the Chiefs and play outside of themselves because they always fear what's going to fucking happen because of Mahomes. All those fucking teams went outside of what they normally do and try to do something different.
and so that's how you barely squeak in the
Basically, a
playoffs.
lot of them, all those teams were really great at running in the regular season. When the playoffs came, they got all the running game taken away. That's what the Chiefs did to all of them. I know they didn't have great running numbers in the regular season. They were like middle of the pack, maybe back of the middle of the pack.
The Chiefs have been winning because of bad decisions by other players, not because of the Chiefs.
They've had a lot of drops and shit and just whatever, but their
Like
defense
other
has been
players have
stellar all
been
year.
fucking it up. Like
Their
they're-
defense has been stellar all year. I don't think they've given up more than, I think 27 was the most, and I think that was to the Raiders when they had 2 pick sixes. Their defense has been insane all year.
I ain't worried about it.
Chiefs fans always get defensive.
No, we just spit facts. Never
I-
underestimate
My
the
problem
Harlem
is I spent
champion.
20 years around Chiefs fans, haven't heard shit until the last 10.
yeah. That's a very good one.
Yeah,
Like,
because we got him.
all of a sudden, no, we're the fucking best. Where were you 2 years ago? Well, I wasn't that big of a fan.
Sustained
then.
success over 5 years. Like
He
that.
was, though.
No, your
6
fandom
years.
shouldn't be
So-
affected by your success. Your fandom's your fandom.
This is
I've
the
always been a
problem,
fan.
Everybody's a
Tony.
fan because they won the
Is
Super
Derek's
Bowl.
been a fan since the
Because
'90s.
they're not embarrassed to talk about it.
He sat there through the Alex Smith era.
Oh, Alex Smith was great.
I'm
But
talking
like
before
Matt
that.
Oh
Castle.
yeah, you guys
Matt
lose the
Castle
playoffs.
was one of the worst. That was a low
Yes,
point.
the 2 times they've had success is because of former 49er quarterbacks. Alex Smith and Joe Montana.
Joe Montana.
But they didn't have success with Smith.
Yeah, they did.
Well, yeah,
Not
they didn't win a Super Bowl.
continuous.
You
They
idiot.
didn't have a fucking
Success isn't a Super Bowl.
championship.
When you're as shitty as the Chiefs were,
No, man.
the success of
If
going to
you're
the
not-
playoffs is success.
If you're not going for a fucking Super Bowl, you're not going.
Okay, so you say the Lions didn't have a successful season this year?
No, from
That was the greatest season they've
but
had in
like,
30
yes,
years.
previously
So
for
success
them,
isn't
yes.
just the Super Bowl. Success
No, yes.
is there's levels.
But you have to set goals, man. Every team should be going for the Super Bowl every fucking year.
Well, yes, everybody should. But
Every
you also
team should be in the Super Bowl.
are
every
human
year.
and you have realistic
Going
expectations.
for the Super Bowl.
You know whether you have a shot. Most
Yeah, that's what the
leagues
NFL
are-
set up for, though, Lane.
Okay.
The Chiefs have been sustained.
Every
success.
now and then you get surprises,
No worse
but
than
for the
AFC
most part.
Championship game every year. For
Yeah,
6
yeah, I
years
know.
running.
I've seen that. So which teams aren't making the Super Bowl next year?
that aren't
Yeah,
Panthers.
Carolina.
Panthers.
They fucking suck.
Chiefs.
Yeah. Well, what
I'd say
else? Who else is that
Cardinals aren't
terrible?
gonna make like we can go through the divisions.
well,
the
just like
conferences.
just the obvious
We'll
ones.
see what
like,
the
who
Raiders
was the worst
will get
teams
for a
even this
quarterback,
year?
but
This year the
I
worst team
love
was
their
Carolina.
coach Pierce. I want to see if he can sustain the level of enthusiasm he got out of his players at the end of the year when he was interim coach.
And there's going to be a lot of changes. Like
There's
last
always
year,
changes. That's what I was just thinking.
Then
of
you get a
too.
quarterback.
the Broncos
That's what
went on a
But
run
there's-
towards the end of the season, but they're not going to have Russell Wilson this year.
Yeah. Well, there's so
That's
many new
gonna
coaches and changes and shit.
Raiders went on a run after they fired their coach, brought Antonio Pierce back. But like you're saying, can he maintain that again? So a lot of things could change. That's what is kind of awesome about the NFL. But there are certain teams like Carolina.
You
It's going to
just
take a
know.
lot. It's going to take so much. Like it does happen. You'll get last place in the first place, but Carolina is so devoid of anything right now. And I think a lot of their problem is their owner. Their
Do you
owner,
think Houston takes a step back?
I mean, they very well could.
The
but
Texans?
I didn't see anything from
It's
Stroud.
a matter
that
of
made me
how.
think he would.
Yeah, fuck Stroud was fucking awesome this year.
The fucking Seahawks might take a step back.
Oh, without Carroll. Did they replace him?
Yeah, he's gone. He doesn't even
Who?
have a job.
Who?
They just brought
Well,
in Mike.
why would he-
The guy from the Ravens, right? McDowell
Yeah,
or something.
Ravens D coordinator. Yeah, Mike McDaniel.
Why would Pete Carroll go find
Oh,
another
yeah.
job?
No, McDaniel's Dolphins head coach.
Well, that's McDaniel. This one is really close too.
Oh,
it's
wait.
really weird.
Wait. The Dolphins coach got fired?
No. The Ravens defensive coach that is now the Seattle's head coach. His name is very similar to
McDonald.
McDonald. Mike McDonald, Mike McDaniel.
Oh, okay.
So Mike McDaniel is
Did-
the Dolphins coach.
did-
Mike McDonald is the new Seahawks coach.
Did you watch that Hard Knocks?
No, I wanted to.
I started it,
I
and
love Mike McDaniel.
I
think
kind
he's
of
so
don't
awesome.
like him after watching that. He's
Why?
kind of a douche.
I
I don't
like
know.
douche.
He's a douche, but I like Tua, so I was kind of enjoying that.
Shit, the
But-
reason Tua is the way he is because Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel's just
No,
he's different.
Tua went through Saban.
No, I'm just talking about from like if you look at like when he first was with
It
whoever the
was-
last coach was, like his personality. Before he used to get real defensive. He used to have to defend himself all the time. Now he's coming out like I don't give a shit. I'm me. I'm gonna do what I do. This is what we do. Like he's real standing up for himself a lot more.
Yeah.
He's got that confidence because of Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel's put that confidence in him and the trust in him to run his shit.
I can see that, and that's what like
because that's what his head coaching style is. He's gonna empower his players. Like,
yeah, and he was a douche, but like I could see him being like a good coach. You know, in
yeah,
a way.
they like him.
so
Or Canoe.
what?
Douche Canoe.
Who's? Yeah, he's a canoe. I canoe it right away, but after I saw Miami lost, I was like, well, I'm not gonna finish that.
I mean, that would be an interesting because you're going to watch the episode of them losing. Like that would be almost the most interesting is watch how they handle
Yeah, and I
them
think
losing a play. Like
I was kind of like I had it on in the background, so I wasn't fully
Their
watching
expectations
it.
were so
I
high
would
that
say I was like
watching them-
5 episodes in.
yeah, I think probably it was the last one was 6. You probably just skipped the last one. They don't. Do
Yeah,
a
I
lot.
might have.
The Dolphins one they did the behind the scenes or whatever this year.
Yeah, the Dolphins, the mid-season.
I
I
haven't
wanted to watch
watched
that.
it.
I
What's
wanted
that?
to. It
What's
looks
that?
cool.
What is that?
Is that
What's
on
that?
Amazon?
What do you mean mid-season?
That's what the
Hard
Hard
Knocks
Knocks?
is?
Because normally Hard Knocks is off season.
Yeah.
And they'll lead up to preseason, up to the
They had
regular
a,
season.
they
then
couldn't
stop.
find a team that would agree to do it until finally the
But
Dolphins.
I think the
agreed
last,
to.
2 years, 3 years, they've done mid-season. That's why you saw them go playing games, because normally they don't do that. And so I think last
what
year
do
they
they
did it, and
normally
this year
do?
they did it. Just the up to the regular season. They'll watch people getting cut in the preseason, things like that. Now this year, the last couple of years, they've done 2 seasons of it. They'll do the preseason one,
now that
and then
you
they'll
say
do a
that,
mid-season
I
one.
kind of remember this reality show.
What do you think about Tua's contract situation?
I don't know what it is.
He's up for an extension.
Is he on his second contract yet?
No.
So
Coming off his rookie.
did they do his 5th year? Is that what he's looking at? Is he still he's on his rookie contract?
Yeah, he might have completed his
You
5th
okay?
year, but this might just be the extension on the 4th opportunity. I think. He's
Honestly,
on
I
the 4th.
think in a way, Tua's kind of like a left-handed Brock Purdy. Like
He's
I think,
right-handed.
I
Everything
like-
doesn't
I like
like
him.
besides throw a football.
But I think
literally.
because I think he belongs in that system. If he stays in that system, he'll be awesome. I think he could develop to be better, but I think he's perfect for that system. So I think if they should sign him.
he just can't win big games.
Well, he's still only 4th year then.
He'll be
That was
fifth
his 4th.
at least.
This will be his 5th. Wasn't he hurt for like a whole season though?
He got hurt a number of times. Yeah,
Yeah.
knocked out his first year rookie. He obviously had the concussion shit a couple years
Yeah.
ago.
I mean, there's been growth, so I mean, you have at least hope that he's improving. There's been growth in him.
Yeah, how much money would you commit to him though? Because you know his camp's like he was like number 1 in a bunch of shit this year.
I mean, every quarterback's getting $40 million at this point when they're getting extensions at least. I don't think, but if you look at, I don't think he could get more than Burrow. Just if you look at accomplishments, I don't think he should get as much as Lamar or Burrow.
Burrow sucks.
But he's gone to
I like
the
him,
playoffs 2
but-
years. He went to the Super Bowl 1 year.
He got injured this
When
year,
it comes
that
to
kinda
contracts
sucked
like that,
for
you
him.
look at accomplishments. Whether
Yeah.
you look at whether you like him or not, he took a team to the Super Bowl. That accounts for a lot of.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
you.
That was just 2 years
did-
ago?
Yeah.
Yeah,
against
lost
the
the
Rams.
Rams.
But still, like, and then they, I mean, look what he's done to Cincinnati. That whole organization, they're going to pay him out the ass. Like,
True. Everyone wants a franchise.
fans will kill him
quarterback,
if
you know?
it's something like they let him go.
So you think Brock is going to be your guy? Is he going to sign a big contract?
Oh yeah. I don't see why. I mean, unless he gets hurt and just.
Because he's taking a Super Bowl, even though if he loses and shit, you don't even care. Like
No.
he's that guy.
No, it's his second year. Like he's got a lot of room to grow. I mean, the great thing is
Did,
that he's in his second year and he's only making like $900,000, which allows us to pay a lot of other positions.
Okay.
So until they have to worry about that contract, we still have him for I think 2 more years before they even have to worry about.
Oh
getting him a
no,
raise.
he's the last pick, 7th round. I think they get 3-year deals.
His
The later
raise,
you
so
go
then
in the
he's got his
draft,
last year next year.
yeah, first round guys,
Yeah.
they get the 4 years.
No, I
max,
thought it was 5
and then-
years. They get 5. Or
No, they get 4, and
I
then
would
they
think
get the
first.
team option for the 5th.
Yeah, they changed it all.
Oh.
And then like once you start, then like there's like groupings like 2 and 3 or something like 3 with an option for 4 on the team, and by the time you get to late rounds, it's all just 3 years max.
Still, yeah, they've got.
Yeah.
So those guys you can find for steals that
So-
are like high performers.
Did Mahomes win the Super Bowl in his second year?
No, his second year
Oh.
starting he did, but his second
His-
true year he lost
Oh.
the AFC Championship to Tom Brady and the Patriots, who later went on to win the Super Bowl. I think it was when they beat the Falcons on that crazy comeback.
So that was his first year starting.
Correct.
Okay. Was that still when Alex Smith was right before him, or is there someone
Well,
else?
Mahomes is a douche canoe.
Well, that was after Alex Smith because Alex Smith started
needs
his
that
first year.
microphone?
Technically, Mahomes'
Alex
first
Smith had his
first year. Alex Smith started the whole year.
first year. Alex Smith had his best fucking year ever. He led the league in deep touchdown passes. I think even deep discompletions.
Yeah, he was tearing it up, and then they traded him, I think, and then they gave Pat the job the next year.
There was a point in that season where the offense stuttered, and they thought about putting Mahomes in because he was doing crazy shit in practice. And they stuck with. I think that's when they switched to Matt Nagy
Because he was too weird.
to run the offense and call the plays. Reed gave up some of the play calling duties. So then that's how he parlayed that into his job at
You ever give a
Chicago
dog a
Bears.
smelling salt?
Nah, that would be kind of rude.
Little
I feel
intense.
like.
You know what's kind of a bummer
So-
is that Dylon walks around all constipated with him like Patrick Mahomes does. I don't like it. He walks around like he has to shit himself, just like Pat walks.
Mahomes runs like he has to shit. Like
Who's
a-
Dylon?
Dylan Raiola.
Oh,
He walks. It kind of looks just like him. Got that same
He's got
constipated
the
walk.
haircut.
That dumbass haircut,
Yeah,
whatever that is.
Every time I see him,
Oh,
and
well,
I didn't realize he wore number
I'm
50.
excited about it, man.
Oh,
He
Dylon's gonna be awesome.
He
I'm
better
excited.
fuck. Is that it?
I took your seat
No,
down.
it's Dylan. It's a listen to 1620 AM radio, and they make references that they would call him Dylon and shit like that, just because like people get upset, they'll make a joke and say it, and then they'll have 30 people correct them. That's not how you say it. And they're like, yeah, it's a fucking joke. Like, and so they'll just keep doing it. Just so yeah.
Might as well.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, are you leaving?
Yeah, dude, it's 8:45.
You got work in the morning?
I got PT at 7:30.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
You gonna stick around?
Yeah, we're talking
Fucking
football.
Judge, dude. Judge's party until fucking 11 o'clock.
Who? What?
Yeah.
What?
Where's
We
the
just did a story about it. Judge's partying,
Where's the-
and the main event ain't even come on yet.
Oh, that's
They were
right.
doing
And she
smelling
got shit to
salts
do in
and
the morning.
shit.
What do you got to do is more important than what the judge was doing?
So John has to do. He has to go hang out with the judges. Take titty pics.
City pigs.
With the
All right,
Texas
man.
judge
Yeah.
or Vegas judge.
Drive
That's
safely.
Hey, thanks.
This time, actually, take it seriously.
Yeah.
God bless.
So what are the Bills going to do in the offseason?
Figure out a way to beat the Chiefs.
They're going to be something like 46
Actually,
or maybe
sorry,
closer to
sorry.
$50 million in the hole.
Figure out the way to beat the refs.
They're
My bad.
$50 million in the hole.
They're going to have to cut a lot of people.
We're going to trade Stephon Diggs. It's going to suck, but they're going to have to do it.
What?
Makes
He's
too much
too
money.
expensive.
Yeah, they're way over the cap for next year. Like way over.
They're going to have Josh Allen, and we'll see.
Knox,
Oh,
Kincaid.
yeah. Whatever
And they don't
rookie,
even
yeah,
get a
Kincaid,
pick.
your rookie tight end. That's
Oh,
good.
I had him on my fantasy team.
They need to pick
He's
some
really
new
good down the
fresh
stretch.
talent.
He's good.
Some new wide receivers or something.
Yeah, I
That
didn't watch
sucks.
enough Bills games to know like any of the players, like any of the upcoming guys. But I don't know. I just like Josh Allen.
I do too.
I got a friend of ours owns Rays, and he's a big Bills fan.
Oh yeah, I went up there and there
Oh,
was.
yeah.
I walked in. This was my first time there, and there was just all Bills fans.
Yeah, I
and I was
grew
like,
up with
"Holy
Jimmy and, like,
shit!"
Ray's kids.
I was gonna try to invite D there to go watch a game.
Yeah,
and
dude, we won't go
he-
there anymore on Bills Sunday. No, that's crazy. If you're not a Bills fan, like it
where's-
just gets
Where's Ray's at?
Midtown.
Where's this at?
Midtown.
Rays
Yeah.
wings.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here in Omaha?
Yeah, it's a Bills bar.
yeah.
Is
Like,
it on the
you can
strip
go
or
there
is it in the
normal times and
circle?
it's fine. It's good food. Like me and my cousin go there almost every weekend. But when there's Bills games on,
You know what? The ice cream place. What's the ice cream place right next to
In
the?
Midtown?
Yeah.
yeah, it's in that fucking-
Festos?
It's in the circle,
Yeah,
not on the
it's-
main.
It used
Fordham.
to be, I think, up on the top.
It's where the.
All right.
Right
But
next
now
to where I
it's down
get
the
my,
bottom.
my
It's like
glasses
literally on the
from.
entrance.
To tell you the truth, I live so close to Midtown, but I fucking never go in that area.
Me either. But I
What's
went
the
there.
name of it?
Rays wings.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I'm
they've
ordering
got.
some wings. I'm ordering some
I couldn't.
wings.
I couldn't get a seat. Me and
Right
Jamie
next to
went
Turner
there.
Park.
You let me know. I'll get you in.
No, we went there and some Bills fans came up to us. And they're
33rd
like,
and
"You want to
Dodge
sit with
Street.
us?" And we're like, "No, we're just gonna go."
Were you there to watch
DJ's
the Bills
dugout.
game?
Yeah,
now?
but I couldn't get a seat because everybody was fucking. It was just packed.
So, did you know it was a Bills bar?
Yeah, I heard, and I wanted to go there, and I went,
And it was
and
proven right.
it was fucking like
Was that
Bills
everybody.
bar.
It was packed. It was just
There's that many Bills,
Bills.
fans?
Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
place was packed with Bills
Why does the
fans.
Bills have so many fans?
Bills Mafia. I have
People
no
like
idea.
to root against the
they've got a
champs.
real-
Every time I wear this
They're
shirt
not champs.
or wear
The Chiefs. They like to root against them, so they support other teams that are
I mean,
challenging the Chiefs.
I
The
see
only
what
things
you're
I could
saying.
tell you, so when I was growing up, I knew a couple Bills fans, and they are fucking hardcore fans. Like their families are fans. It's like Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Like their families ingrained in it. And I think they get
Yeah.
a lot of like Husker fans. You get
I mean,
spread out everywhere.
Chiefs are like that too, though.
Yeah, that's how I grew up.
well, yes, but they're fair weather. They show up when they're good. Bills fans
Oh,
show
that's
up
what
when they
people
suck.
always say about champions.
No, it's true. Like seriously, the difference between Bills fans is they're there when they suck. They don't
Just
care.
because we got the Swifties.
There,
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
to admit
Now-
there are a lot of
Now-
fair
There's
weather
so many
Chiefs
fair weather
fans.
Chiefs.
Oh my
Everyone's
God, yeah.
welcome to the kingdom.
And they're always
all
have been.
right?
Just like Bronco fans, they're fair weather as shit. But like people like the Chiefs or Bills fans they're like Eagles fans. They're like those kind of guys.
If you have a team that goes on a run,
So-
you're going to
they
pick
don't
up a
give
lot
a
of
shit.
fans.
Jets fans.
So
Like, they're
who-
those people that don't give
so
a shit.
what
People
is
like Mahomes.
What is the most hardcore fan base in the NFL?
Hardcore?
Well, just like
Raiders and
Most
Bills.
dedicated.
Raiders, Eagles,
Eagles.
Bills. Raiders, Eagles, Bills.
Raiders, Eagles, Bills. Really?
Steelers.
I don't know about
I know they're
hardcore.
Cowboys.
They're deep.
Well,
Like,
Cowboys.
They're
Cowboys.
deep and they're mean. I'm talking hardcore. Like I would be scared to go to a game there. Like, if you go to a Raiders
don't
game
cons-
as not a Raiders fan, I would be scared to go there.
Yeah,
Go to a
they,
Bills fan as not a Bills
Well,
fan.
not-
Bills
not-
probably not because their fans are crazy, but they're also like not dickheads totally. So
Well, okay. What's the friendliest?
not Chiefs.
What's the best fan base? Because the Huskers,
basically like the Husker.
the
fan
Huskers
base.
always win that. You know,
the
so
Husker
what's
fan base of the NFL?
yeah,
Chiefs have the best fucking
kindness.
parking lot barbecue and all
Yeah,
that
that's
shit.
not Husker. No, he's talking like kind, like
He's
fans
asking the best
that'll
NFL.
cheer
That was his
the
question.
and, like that'll cheer the other team. I don't think the NFL is really.
I went
like
to
that.
I went to a Chiefs game and they were losing with it was
Yeah, how was the
Manning?
smoke pits out
It was-
in the parking lot?
I was drunker than fuck, but it was Manning beat him when he was playing for the Broncos, and like there were Chiefs fans leaving in the third quarter.
Don't
Like,
act
and I was
Huskers don't do
I was like, what the fuck? Oh, I know. That's why I don't even like going to the
Mister,
fucking game.
I don't want to even stay for fucking the band.
Don't get me started on Husker fans.
They fucking suck too. I fucking.
Dude, that's what Peyton Manning did at the height of his powers.
I've been a fucking Husker fan my whole life, but when you go to a game and all these fucking little bitches are like, "Oh, we're gonna be great next year," it's like, no, we're not. What the fuck are you talking about?
2 years in a row, I've taken you to Husker games, and you fucking complained every fucking time.
Not the
You
last
can take
one
me to a
because
game, I won't bitch.
we lost by a field goal.
Derek,
But when it's
next
40 to fucking 0-7 at halftime, I think I want to go.
That's because you young bucks don't remember the good old days.
I do. I watch them all on
I'll just
TV.
never forget when I
Yeah.
watched
On TV. It's
random like public
Would
access
you rather
show
watch porn or bang a chick?
called "The
Come on.
90s Are Over," and it was
Oh,
all
watch, I was
songs
there.
about the Huskers.
Depends on what chick.
That's true. Can't argue with that one.
Hey, we did a live
Do I want to
broadcast
waste
one
my
time on the
time, or should I just
podcast,
do it myself?
and we heard him after a Husker game that he went to get hit by a car from a girl trying to hit him.
We did.
That was pretty funny.
Somehow not surprising.
No,
Oh, that's funny.
she showed up and I was talking to some girls.
You just
and
hear
she's
like, "What the fuck? What the fuck
car,
are you
and
doing?" You're
she
like hit a
fucking-
curb.
I was like, no, what are you doing?
And you caught it on the air? Or
We were live.
So the thing was, we were talking to him. We were asking him
Post-game show.
to go talk to other people. You know, like interview him, tell him you're on a podcast, and give him your phone. You know.
Got him in trouble.
and
You got
while-
his car hit.
While this is happening, like I think we talked to a couple people. The girl that was coming to pick him up saw him talking to all these girls, and shit got all pissed off.
She fucking peeled
and
out,
ran
took
over.
off.
It
and I
was just like, what the fuck are you doing? And then,
They're telling me to do it.
yeah,
they told me to do it.
Podcast.
he's like, I gotta go.
I don't think that was what he said on it. I think he said she's mad at me because I was talking to a girl, and I don't think it was because of that.
He didn't tell her that's what
I
it
don't
was.
remember what it was.
It happened so fast.
I was drunk and
That's
shit.
hilarious.
It was right after we called you. It was like within a minute.
No, well, I think we had.
You're all like sitting on the side of the curb. I was waiting for a ride. You barely tell us about the game or anything. And then all of a sudden, this car comes up, tries to hit you, and she's like, "She's just mad at me because I fucking talked to some other girl."
This
Yeah,
was
what game was this?
I think the girl was in the background too. Like, "Oh my god, I'm leaving."
this was like a couple years ago for sure.
Can you find
And-
it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not connected to the internet. We could.
I'm sure you could look
We
for
called
it.
him a bunch throughout the day because it was like we would record half of the episode before the game, and then I think we even maybe called him at halftime.
Nice.
Ran back and did a little podcast,
I'll have to look for it.
and it just 'cause we talked.
That
we
was
made you
funny.
talk to different people throughout the day.
That was funny.
Yeah, my mom had
It was the first outside correspondent.
my mom had me show her how she could listen to the podcast, so I hope she's okay.
She's listening.
I don't know about this like specifically.
She looked
but
it up though.
She's like, how can I? Because I think the last time I came out, she was, how can I listen to the podcast? So I showed
Yeah.
her, downloaded it for her, showed her. I'm like, you're going to hear podcast, it's pretty easy.
It's
She's like,
it's,
all right.
it's
She started
anywhere
listening to
though.
one.
It's
Yeah.
on most
It's
podcast
like all over the place now.
platforms.
I remember it was a
Actually
lot harder to find before.
it might not be on
I was
iTunes.
scrolling rapidly through YouTube or Spotify past episodes, and I stopped at Tony hates black elves. But Wakanda forever.
That was as my mom asked me. She's like, let me.
Black
and that was
elves.
the first one that comes up, and she's like, why does Tony hate black elves? And I'm like, don't worry about that. Just listen to it. You'll find out.
I forgot that one. Was
That's funny.
that at your old place?
No, it was here.
No, I think that was here.
We talked about Jeffrey Dahmer, serial cannibalism, barbershop quartet,
Damn, we
Black
go all over
Adam, Henry Cavill.
We
Dude.
go all over the place.
Reading
Dragon Bot
reading some of the
battles.
tags that I type in from previous episodes are quite funny actually.
It's just so fucking random. That's what's great about it.
Yeah, truly is.
Yeah, just like that. Tony hates black elves. Do you remember what that was referenced to?
It's got to
D
be
and D or something.
No, it's got
Lord of the
it
Rings.
would have been the Lord of the
Sounds
Rings.
like
thing.
you're,
Rings of
uh,
Power.
for the
You don't like
Amazon.
black elves.
Oh no, because like the Lord of the Rings was redoing, or somebody, Amazon or somebody was doing Lord of the Rings series, and a bunch of people got pissed because they made elves black. And like as soon as we walked in here, Lane was just like, first question was like, so anything you're pissed off about? I was like, I don't like black elves or something. Like I just came out.
I felt like you were prepared with it too.
I mean,
You came out.
I wasn't prepared. I had just heard about it. Like so, it was just real
Yeah,
fresh.
yeah.
So as soon as something came up, I was like, fucking black elves. Like I just wanted to throw it in somewhere.
No, I feel like
But I was just like, I don't even watch the show. I don't give a shit. It was-
sometimes it's hard to come up with a title. Has anyone got a good title for tonight's episode?
That's a
Black elves.
more black elves.
Like, yeah.
So anyway, I think the Niners are gonna win. But of course, I'm a Niners fan. I'm gonna think that. I bet Derek thinks the Chiefs are gonna win.
I'm pretty confident.
I mean, that's the
Chiefs
thing
winning right now.
Yeah.
Pretty confident.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, here's
I'm pretty confident.
And obviously,
Here's
there's
the
a
thing.
1 point spread. So
I
the
know. Are
bookmakers
you
are thinking.
serious?
I think Travis
That's
Kelce
dumb.
and Taylor Swift are going to break up after the Super Bowl at some point, within 2 months. So there you
I'm
go.
telling you, that's the timeline. He's
You
gonna
know,
knock her up.
we don't care about Taylor
He's
Swift.
gonna get caught cheating.
We're talking about
She's gonna make an
football.
album
What
called
do you
Mr.
mean?
Football Guy.
That's what everybody cares about. That's why they're Chiefs fans.
That's-
What?
I'm not.
I'm wrong.
I'm not.
Oh.
Are you calling me a Swiftie, Chase?
Yeah, you are.
I'm a Swiftie.
You don't
All
even
I
have
know
a team.
Is I can guarantee you any catch
I
that
don't.
Travis Kelce has, they're gonna show her. That's their pattern.
Yeah.
As soon as he catches a ball, they show her.
Yep.
When he doesn't catch something or when he drops something, they don't show her.
Nope.
But anytime, you guarantee it.
I like
Catches
that picture.
something,
I like
show her.
that picture of
What?
Eminem.
Oh.
And he's flipping off the fucking crowd. Did
Oh,
you
that
see
was
that
hilarious.
picture of him?
Yeah, and then afterwards,
What? Someone was flipping off
No,
the crowd
Eminem.
Eminem, he's flipping off the fucking.
because Eminem
after
from
they
Detroit,
lost. When they lost.
the Lions-Niners game. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember how that game went.
Oh, yeah.
They went up 24-7.
Lions blew
Eminem's
it.
doing this from his box, flipping off all the Niners fans, and then at the end, his head's just kind of down. Just,
I know. I thought they were gonna win
That
that.
happened.
I wanted.
Everybody
I
does.
wanted them to win just for Eminem to win. You know.
That's the only thing that made me sad about it. I was like, I like Eminem.
I was
But
rooting
fuck
for
you.
I wanted the Lions to win.
I always
Of course,
cheer
everybody did because
for
everybody hates Brock Purdy for some fucking
an
reason.
underdog, though. I always cheer for an underdog.
That's what everybody says, and then they hate Brock Purdy.
So who's the underdog in this situation? Who's the one?
Brock Purdy.
I think
Mahomes is the chosen
Chiefs are the
one.
underdogs.
Are the
Exactly.
Chiefs one?
You just heard that. Well, no, the Niners are favored, but that doesn't mean shit.
Oh,
The Bills were favored to beat the Chiefs.
Patrick
and they
Mahomes is the
fucking
GOAT, and Brock
lost.
Purdy sucks.
they
So-
have to put that into the Chiefs' mind. They get that little, credit.
Oh, we're
That-
supposed to
that
get
just means
beat?
we don't
We're the
have no
underdogs. Nobody's
fucking
buying into us.
clue.
Nobody believes in us.
The Chiefs are always underrated.
Because everybody's
They're just trying to tell people subtly they're not gonna win. They will win. It'll be a
Everybody's tired of their
surprise.
shit.
I don't know. I mean, basically,
No,
whatever
seriously, what do you think is your weakness?
is the Niners' weakness?
Yeah,
The run defense.
you
That's
think
pretty
they can
simple.
throw. But
Well,
can't
no, it's because
run.
so
Niners'
their,
run
their
defense is
team is
weak.
designed to play a certain way, and when they get thrown off,
Mahomes
The last
breaks
2 weeks.
teams, as I pointed earlier.
nobody asked you. The last 2 weeks,
It's literally what we're talking
they've
about.
literally been
I asked Tony.
from behind, which has thrown off their game plan normally. That's why Brock's getting a little bit more props because they've had to come from behind, which
Yeah.
everybody, that was the one, every time somebody complains about the Niners, they say
the
they
best
can't
way.
do this. Then when they do that, they move the goalpost and they're like, well, they can't do this. Well, we do that. And
Well,
they're like,
before he
So
did
then
the
it was
first
he-
time in the playoffs,
they
weren't they
couldn't come from
over
behind, they couldn't
30?
win. Last 2 weeks came from behind, they won. The last fourth, like they do that. So
We
now
know we
it's-
all like to come from behind.
usually, I mean, so you don't have to look at her, but
What?
you should have gotten that.
Just-
Jesus.
Comes from behind. That's what I heard.
I have a
And,
question for you guys about that. So this came up in a text conversation with Carly.
What?
So,
Coming
yes.
from behind?
The run
So
defense
she
is
asked
their
me a
weakness.
question about something
I
like
think
that.
we'll figure it out pretty quick.
He's trying to change the subject, I think.
I know, but it's all because it's also how until he starts talking, I'll keep going. Until the depending on how the game plays out. If they get ahead, then their run defense is fine because they only play a certain way. They don't rush guys. They have 4 guys up front, so they're used to playing from ahead, where teams are trying to throw the ball to play because they're trying to catch up.
Yeah.
So they don't run as much. So their their
But-
pass
but-
defense is good. But if you can run on them early and get the lead where you can keep running, they're not as great because
So-
they have to load the box, and that takes them out of what
Is
their game
it
plan is.
just the running backs or is it the offensive line?
It's a line.
Oh man, that's an issue.
Your line is going to determine your run game, really.
Well, not just run, pass game too.
Well, some lines are better at run games
The
than
Chiefs
pass
are going to
games.
get after you guys.
They have to-
I'm sorry, I haven't watched that many Niners
Again,
games
that's
throughout the game.
so they have
I
4
only
defensive
watched-
linemen. If they get into pass situations, pass blocking is different than run blocking. Obviously, it's
Yeah.
2 different situations. Pass blocking, you're stepping back and you're just trying to do this. Run blocking, you're literally just trying to push people.
It's
2 different skill sets. Some
No.
people are good at one and not good at the other. It's just the way it is.
Well,
Some people
yeah.
are good at just pushing forward. Some people
You should be able
don't
to-
have good balance to do this. You're
You should be
basically
able
trying to
to
keep
do
a
both.
large man running really fast at you away. Some people can't do that, but you can reach up and grab him and just push him.
Does the Chiefs' offensive line do both? Or do they switch out what they're doing, run or play?
No, they got a
Offensive
good. They got a
lineman.
solid offensive line.
No,
Joe
they're-
Tooney missing's going to hurt, but they got
Well,
a good
he
offensive
might
line.
still play. He's
Their
up
right
and
tackle sucks. Well, and
He's really athletic.
you can play, but
He
you
could
got a
be
torn
good.
pectoral.
How's your
So,
defensive line?
like I said, against the run, they're not great.
They
But they're
got
good pass
Bosa.
rushers. They're all good,
Yeah.
very good pass rushers. So
Who-
if
But
our
Mahomes
run
has only
defense is going to
taken
stand
like
up,
I think 1 sack or maybe it was 2, and it was all in the last game. So
But
this
that's the
line's
problem.
doing really fucking well in that.
and that's the problem with Mahomes, though, is most quarterbacks, if you disrupt them,
Well, he's also
you're
scrambling,
got a better
though.
chance of winning. Mahomes does most of his best work scrambling and doing shit that you can't really prepare for.
So you want to
That's-
contain him?
if he can, but I mean, you
He's
just
got
really
crazy
want-
arm talent and he's slippery
One,
as fuck.
His receivers
No.
suck, so you just want to take away his receivers, and then you just have to worry
Yeah.
about Kelsey.
Yeah. It's really Kelsey. I feel
But they've
like.
improved the receiver stuff. They were like rotating all these fucking guys around everywhere, and they've just finally zeroed in on like 3 or 4 dudes, and like nobody else is fucking.
You don't have 3 or 4
Rice.
dudes. You have like 1 dude and Kelsey.
Hey, they're all stepping up.
Yeah,
And they- it's
guess
been
who's
after
gonna,
we
guess who's going to
slimmed
cover
down.
him?
They
Your starting cornerback from the last Super Bowl, Travarius Ward, who's now our starting cornerback. Another thing that's changed
I think
since the
the
last time he
Chiefs have the
played.
best cornerback tandem. Another thing that's changed with L'Jarius Sneed and Trent McDuffie.
I felt like you were
They've been
saying
shutting motherfuckers down.
all this
That's
same
cool.
stuff right before the Patriots.
You can
or not
cover
Patriots.
Debo,
the Buccaneers
Kittle,
one.
IU,
No, I was really
Christian
worried about the
McCaffrey.
Chiefs in that one. Their offensive line was decimated.
You got 4 guys to cover. I don't think your 2 cornerbacks are going to fix that.
Oh, they have just beyond. They're deep. They're deep at cornerback.
So Derek, you're pretty
Their
confident.
secondary is fucking
Derek,
phenomenal.
you're pretty confident the Chiefs are going to win.
I would say I'm at about like 85%.
All right, you should put money on that.
I've been wanting to do that every fucking game because they've been like they were
Every-
down as much as 4.5 to the Ravens, and I just haven't gone around going to the casino.
Just because
and
you
put money
just
down.
have a feeling you have to put money on it.
No, I just don't need to put money on it, but I just think about it.
Maybe you should do what Bass is doing.
Lick your butthole.
Lick your own ass.
Well, at least
Chiefs are
you're still
gonna
healthy
lose.
enough to do that.
He's still got some fight in him. You can get that butthole clean.
Yeah,
Good job, buddy.
He's
Yeah,
all
man,
right.
I think he's doing fine.
Dude, that
He's
promoter's
pretty
going. He's
bad.
good.
His eyes are starting to water real fucking bad today. Like he's been getting, I just watching him deteriorate. Well, you watch him breathe. His very shallow and rapid.
Eyes. So this is like the best he does all day or something.
He's been more active today than he's been the last few days. He's mostly just laid in bed.
Maybe he just had a little
His
cold.
appetite's gone way downhill.
He seems fine. He's cleaned himself.
Yeah, as long as he's still eating. I had
Like
a
I
cat
said,
went
he's
through all that
starting to
shit.
stop eating.
It's just when he stops
yeah.
literally and doesn't move for like 2 days and
The-
just lays in one place.
yeah, I
then
don't want him to be
it's
to the
about that
point
time.
where he's like suffocating on cancer to the point that he can't fucking
No, they're not
move.
suffocating. He's just hurt. Like he just don't want to move. He's just very comfortable. That's about the time you want to look at it. But
Yeah. So this is
it
like,
is a tough decision. You can't tell a cat owner when to do it.
This is the first like house cat that I've ever like. I don't want to say cared about, but like
Bonded
You
with.
can say
yeah,
cared
yeah,
about.
bonded. Maybe I guess is a good way of putting it. And I mean, I bond with all cats, but
He had a good life.
oh, for sure.
He's still enjoying it, buddy. He's licking his butt.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I'm like, don't
Lucky.
pull a
know.
fucking trigger.
I kind
all
of
a
feel like he
sudden.
might be. He's been pretty bad. He's been so sluggish. He's like I said, he's not eating hardly, and then he lays around all day long.
Like I said, you'll
That's
know.
a cat,
I mean,
dude. That sounds exactly like a cat.
You know what Bass is like. Shut the fuck up. He literally doesn't move.
Yeah, but he's fucking
I've
almost
been
13.
picking him up and taking him to his food.
He's almost 13.
But he is 13.
He's almost 14 then.
He'll be 14 in August. He won't make it that long.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
No, I get that.
like I
I
said,
don't
you'll
know.
figure
I
it
just
out.
thought- that's
You
what I was
gotta-
trying to
you'll
say is
decide.
I
You'll
don't
look
think
at
he's
him
gonna
one
make
day.
it to March. to
The
be honest
first
with
the
you.
first cat I've ever bonded with. I don't know the warning signs or whatever.
mean,
Well, I've been living with him, so I see him every day.
like a farm cat would just wander off and I would never see it again.
Yeah, my
you
cat
know?
I had for 15 years, and I mean, you just kind of, you'll know it.
Different
Like,
type of cat.
Oh yeah, he was awesome though. I mean, like I literally is the only thing that was in my life for 15 years straight. Like all the places I moved, all the places I went, it was just me and him, and then whatever else we had. So it was just, and then you just, I mean, you'll know it. You just kind of,
Yeah.
whenever you, yeah.
Well, if you think it's
Give
But
it
you
a sad
can't-
look. I've noticed his ears did that kind of little sad cat thing a hell of a lot more here recently. Like just literally, just in the last few days, he's like, kind of like what he's doing there. He's twitching it down, his eyebrows.
he's just not in a good mood.
Just sadder looking.
Yeah.
He looks like he's getting lighter too, really rapidly.
Oh yeah, that's kind of what happens.
I don't know. He's
They don't eat as much. They get real skinny.
he
and
looked.
bony.
He doesn't look like he did though. At one point, I thought he would
You
look
see
a
him
lot
standing up,
worse.
walking around. His haunch area it looks pretty skinny. His chest looks
Yeah.
huge. Looks his cancer.
His back hips are
Yeah.
showing up 3.
Yeah, I mean like the cancer's just absorbing everything out of him.
Anyway, Super Bowl. Don't want to talk about dead cats.
What if you put him down on the Super Bowl?
McCatfree's going down.
You wouldn't let him suffer because of the Super Bowl, would
Dude,
you?
I had to put my cat down before I went to Arson City concert.
If he had to go down the day of the Super Bowl,
That sucked.
No, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I bet.
next
I was all
week
excited for this
sometime.
concert, and then I just
We-
got up one day and I was
you just want to get it out of the way
like,
before
sat through
the
the concert
Super
the
Bowl.
whole night. Just
He's deteriorating pretty quickly, Lane. Like I'm seeing it now on a daily basis. I'm like,
Yay.
this is getting worse. This is getting worse. Like multiple things are getting worse every day, like,
Yeah.
rapidly.
No, I mean, we trust you. You see it. You know, it's your cat, so
I mean, he's been literally crying like all day long.
he's just in a good mood when he sees people here.
No, he's fucking dying.
He seems like he's in a good mood, though.
burning
He's
shit.
happy to be here with everyone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, think we brought him some joy today.
Yeah, so that's why he's in here. He didn't come in earlier today.
He's just like, do you want to say anything, Bass?
Got anything? Trash Talk Omaha.
Hurry up. Just fucking do it.
All
Right on.
Since
So what
Ba-
do you think, Lane?
Since Bass doesn't have any more trash to talk, I think
You just been
the
listening to the actual fans here arguing against each other. What do you think?
my Super Bowl predictions. Man, I'd really like the 49ers to win because, like I said,
I think they will.
they lost the last one. They played the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, you know. So I like a good redemption, you know. Like I know you
Gotcha.
said none of those players were there, the different coaches.
No,
even.
none of them. Just it's a different. There's
But,
a
you know,
few different
that's
players.
just
No,
a
same
good-
coach.
McCaffrey wasn't there.
Same coach. There's some of the same.
Same
players,
coach,
but
yeah,
there's a lot
still,
of players.
it's
that
just a
weren't there.
good way to rile people up, you know. Like it's a good goal or whatever. So I would like the 49ers to win, but I am just fucking think it's rigged.
Jesus Christ.
Eli Manning just yesterday said that Brock Purdy could be the new Eli Manning to the Chiefs Patriot.
But Eli said he could be.
He said Brock Purdy could be the new Eli because Eli.
He could be the new me.
That's a
Yeah, Eli took
roundabout
down
way of
Tom
him
Bra-
stroking himself off under the
No,
internet.
he didn't say. He was asked. Like somebody asked him.
Yeah,
a
so he
question.
had a
But-
choice.
So
I'm just telling
fucking
you, Eli's
dumb.
story
Stroking
is,
himself off for
is
like
Yeah, I
Tom
don't
Brady
like
would have
that.
2 more championships if it wasn't for Eli Manning. He took down the GOAT. Like so, he's like the GOAT Slayer. A lot of like his teammates, people call him the GOAT Slayer because he beat he beat Tom Brady twice.
Yeah.
So then, Pat McAfee was asking Eli because he was just on the show for an interview, and he's like, "So who could be the new Eli? This like not today or this year?
Oh,
even,
I
just
see,
In,
I
just in
see.
general, he's like, who do you think the new Eli is against like the Kansas City's or New England? Like,
Yeah.
who do you think the counter is? And he was just like, it could be Brock Purdy.
Was that recently, like after the Super Bowl had been decided, or was
No, this
that...
was just like yesterday.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, all right. Well,
we'll find out in a week and a half.
I mean, and not that it's if it's not rigged, because there's no evidence of it.
So if you think it's rigged, what do you think it's rigged for?
The
For the
Chiefs.
Chiefs to win?
Yeah, they're
Maximum
America's
Swift
team.
exposure.
So no matter what happens,
It's
if the
just-
Chiefs win, you're going to think it's rigged.
It's all around win
And Kelsey's
for the
gonna ask it in
NFL
there.
if the Chiefs win. You know,
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying, like, if the final score, no matter what it is, you're going to be like, fucking NFL. I knew it.
I think
but yeah, honestly, because if the 49ers win, I'm like, oh, they're going that angle with it.
Yeah, right? You're going to be like, ooh.
Ooh, they're setting up a real revenge thing.
Oh, they
here.
M. Night Shyamalan them.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
television junkies.
Nobody saw that coming. Oh, I didn't see what they're doing. They're playing the long game. That's what they're doing.
Because man, that
There's
is
no
what the
win.
NFL is. The NFL is staged. and set up with all these docuseries too. Like they want every mom and teenager watching it, getting invested in.
So,
these
well,
people's
yeah, of course they
lives
do.
and
But
shit.
how much do you think is actually staged?
Players still have to play the game.
Like, how much do you think they could get away with?
relationships and
So you think that's actually fake?
I don't know. No, I don't know.
I'm not saying it's like.
I mean, I feel
I'm
like,
just saying,
in any way it was set
I've
up
heard that
somehow.
argument, but I don't see like.
You would think NFL coaches would be like, "Hey, it'd be really good press if you dated pop
All right,
stars."
we don't have time to go down
Probably.
crazy conspiracy rabbit holes here.
You know what I
Who would
think?
Josh Allen date?
I think Bobby Boucher's going to come back in the fourth quarter,
Josh
and Mud
Allen's
Dogs are
waking
going
up
to
to
be.
Haley Steinfeld.
Is he?
Yeah,
No shit.
yeah.
Well, how come they don't have like a fucking bigger?
She's not as
Instagram
big as
They're not
Smith.
douchey about it.
Yeah.
Josh
Well,
Allen
because
is
the Bills
Josh
have all
Allen.
the fucking.
He just wants to be Josh Allen.
Is
They
that
don't-
new?
yeah.
Is that recent?
He just
I
wants
think
to play
it's been a
football.
while.
Who's Brock Purdy date? Wait,
He's dating his girlfriend from Iowa.
Hey, the NFL is not a
Seriously?
reality
yeah,
show.
like it's like his college
the
girlfriend. or
Chiefs
whatever.
are.
Like, so their
You
bye
guys are the
week,
ones
instead
talking
of
about
going
it.
and doing shit like on vacation, he came back to Iowa and like worked the farm.
Go
on their
Mud
bye week
Dogs.
to hang out with his girlfriend. Like
oh.
Right,
he's a country
SCLSU.
boy.
What?
He still
All
is.
right,
He's-
that's cool. I
CLSU.
didn't know that.
Go
Have you ever
Mud-
seen him like
go
walk
Mud
into a
Dogs.
football game where they talk about people's outfits and shit? He walks in looking like a car salesman. Like he's got cowboy boots and just some khaki. Like
Oh, I
he
hate
looks
how
like
they-
a dude. Like
I
he's-
hate- I
It
hate
sounds
how
like we
they
should have had a
dress.
docu-series of that.
A lot of them
Right,
dress
I'm
like
sure that-
douchebags.
Dude, I'm sure the stories are being written about.
The
Brock Purdy
NFL
right
is
now.
gonna fucking capitalize on that. Anyway, so yeah, I think
All right.
I hope the 49ers win.
Fuck
off.
yeah,
Fuck off,
49ers.
D.
3
Yeah,
to
but
1.
you think the Chiefs are going to win?
Mud Dogs.
Fuck off, Paige.
Trashy.